Finally. Holy shit. Okay, alright. Oh, come on. Finally. Good lord. That's way longer than it needed to. But, welcome back, guys. We are here, and if y'all aren't aware by the title, the tournament has reset. We are on to a new one, which means all your favorite teams get another chance. This will be for Seed 5. If y'all missed the last episode, Alabama finally got their win. So let's see if maybe we can get like a smaller name team in here now. Hopefully. But we're going to just restart the list like usual. There are some new matchups, for example, this one right here. But after, like, it goes back to the same until a little further down, unfortunately. There's only so much we can do. But there are going to be new matchups. There are going to be new games. And then the second, third, like, all those rounds are always going to be different. But anyways, if y'all are new, I should probably, like, do a little summary at the beginning of every new tournament. We're going to have 125 tournaments. All for a placement, and the winner of each tournament will be placed into an overall bigger tournament. The winner of the tournament, like, so if you win the Seed 5 tournament, per se, you are going to be 5th seeded in the overall, like, the actual, like, legit playoff, or the actual legit, like, tournament that is going to see who the actual best team in this game is. So better seeding is always important. So for right now, we're going to get into it. This is going to be for Seed 5. Right now, the 4 seeded teams are Arkansas, Georgia, Clemson, and Alabama. 3 of those names you've heard this entire decade. Only one of them is a shocker right now, and it's that Arkansas team that is first seeded. Ironically, my favorite team, but I swear I had nothing to do with it. I swear I didn't. But let's hope we can, get some new. Let's hope we can get a different name in there than what we're used to hearing these past years. So we're going to just get underway on this one. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure my thing is working. We're fine. How do I get to my? Okay. Whatever. I'm just gonna trust it. Right now we have Air Force versus Idaho, and I was looking. Air Force has never made it out of the first round, so I'm actually going to pick them to win this game. We're gonna give them the night game. Nah, no, we're not. Night games only come in the later. Night games were only guaranteed in the later rounds or like a big tournament game. This unfortunately is neither of those, so they are just going to have to, unfortunately, like, kind of deal with it, which sucks, but it's fine. It's not the end of the world. It's not the biggest deal. Like, I don't think the night does anything for the games except makes it look cooler, gives you more of, like, more of a show, if anything. But let's see. Let's see how this one goes. I will say one game that's really going to suck in the second round is Florida State's game, because they're either going to have to play Texas or Texas A&M. Texas A&M is a 4-seeded team, and Texas always beats Florida State. It doesn't matter where. But we're going to load into this one. Normal rules apply, as they have the we've been playing. Lagging like crazy. Sorry about that. But we're going to go quarter by quarter like we always do. Unless it gets to like an absurd blowout. Air Force does put points on the board first, and Idaho answers quickly. Air Force is still down by 1 though, because all they do, like, they're just a run team, right? Well, I guess the yellow mint passed, so they were throwing the ball. Probably can't kick field goals, can they? Probably can't kick a lot of them, I should say. But like I said, we're just going to go quarter by quarter, see how this plays out. Definitely rooting for Air Force. Now that I realize they have not made it past the first round, you know, you kind of want to see them make it. And going into the fourth, it's a very close game. It's a touchdown game. Air Force ties it up. Idaho stalls out. Did they? Oh, it's a touchback. I thought they got him down at the 1. I was like, that's huge. Just going to go possession by possession. Air Force ball. Next change of possession. They score a touchdown. Take the lead. Stop Idaho. Can they run out the clock? That's probably their specialty, right? If they could get firsts, because all they do is run. Idaho scores quickly. And wait, what just happened? Oh, it was a fumbled on the kickoff. Wow. So now Air Force has to lose. Wow. So Air Force falls out of the tournament yet again in the first round to Idaho. And congratulations, Idaho. You advance on to the second round. I think these military teams are going to have a really hard time, though. Unfortunately. Unfortunate, but they're going to struggle a bit. They're definitely not going to have their way in these tournaments. Eventually, they'll get to winning them, but I was hoping for more Air Force. I was hoping you could have a run. But alas. Up next, we are going to have Akron versus Illinois. Yes, I know that's not how you say it, but it's fine. Oh, did I pass the I? Am I stupid? There they go. Wow. Wow. This doesn't look like it's going to be a very fair game. But hey, I think that means Illinois is going to get their shot in the second round. Because I'll have to check, but I don't think they've made it in the second round either, to be honest. I was doing a lot of looking at like certain like how games have played out before. And I say the military teams are going to struggle, but Navy, like, the second round went to, like, the Sweet 16, I think. They made it far. They made it really far, which is shocking. They have to play Florida in this one, so I doubt they'll make it past them. Alrighty. Akron, I'm Illinois to win by quite a lot. That's a big stadium for such a small team. That is a big stadium for such a small team, man. We're going to receive, like always. Almost just kicked the 360 plug out of the wall. That would have sucked. We're going to go by quarter for 1, and then if it's close, we'll keep going by quarter. But if Illinois blows them out like they should, then we're just going to... Well, I guess they haven't yet, so... We'll go another quarter. Now Illinois is finding their groove. Yep, that's more like what we were expecting. Wow, we used the timeouts just to get another touchdown before half. They are not playing around. They were really offended by playing that Alabama team. But you know what? I'm happy that these big name teams have already like won the games and like got seeded, because now we get to see more interesting games. Like, any team Alabama played was at a disadvantage, like off the jump. Like, it just wasn't going to be fair. So, like, I'm glad they're out of it because that just gives other teams a chance. Like this Illinois team, like I said, they had to play Alabama last season. Got demolished, bro. Now here they are, moving on to the second round. Up next, we are going to have Arizona versus Indiana. I don't know if this is where the games start repeating themselves or not, but there will be repeats. But the good news is about sending them doesn't guarantee that they're going to be the same game. Arizona, Indiana. There we go. Arizona's definitely a higher overall. And at home. Oh, dang it. Alright, we're going to have to close out of this game and go back into it. I'm getting a little too quick with it. Yeah, this game won't count. We're just gonna end it once we hop in. Because I didn't get to set it for 15-minute quarters, which, yes, does matter. If it would load. Oh my god. These things take forever. It's not even my fault. I wish we could pause it here. Okay. Sorry, this doesn't really matter. We're gonna have to turn you off. Alright, let's try this one more time. But like I said, whole new slate. Every team now has another chance. That's one thing I love is like about how I'm doing this is like everybody's gonna see their team win at some point. Everybody's gonna see their team go undefeated, and they're gonna love it. And then you're gonna get to see them get placed in their playoff game. How did I pass the eyes again? I didn't even go that fast. Okay, let's try this one more time. I'm struggling a little bit here. There we go. I just need to slow it down. Enjoy it some. You don't need to rush. We're in no rush right now. See, viewers have started tuning in already. Very early. Normally I don't get viewers coming in until like halfway through the video or right at the end. Alright. Now let's try to see if I can get into this one. We're still going to go quarter by quarter. After a while, I'll probably just do it by games. Because I do have work at 8. And this one is going to take the longest by far. Or like if at halftime it's a huge blowout, I'll just do it to the end of the game. Like this one. Indiana's got no traction. A field goal does nothing right now. So we probably will just do this one to the end of the game. If Indiana somehow manages to come back, obviously we'll stop it and watch it go slower, but until then. Yeah, this one was all Arizona. They had no problem handling business right there. Alright, and then that concludes that game. Arizona dominant win over Indiana by, like, what, almost 50 points. They knew what they wanted there. How painful do you guys think it would be to shotgun a Dr. Pepper? I feel like that would hurt a lot. Like, just trying to choke that thing down, man. Ugh. Arizona State versus Iowa. God, why do you keep putting me in the T's? So I gotta go all the way up. Arizona State higher. Wait, no, Iowa's a high overall here. My fault. Iowa high overall. Arizona State at home. I'm gonna pick Arizona State to win. I was just playing a game because my stream wouldn't let me set it up right. So I was just playing a game as that Oregon team versus LSU. And dude, that Oregon offense is crazy. Like, just wild. But some examples of teams having to play different games. Ball State gets to play Ole Miss in the second round once they beat Kent State like they always do. Ball State's going to get to play Ole Miss instead of Oregon. And Ole Miss, if y'all didn't watch the last one, was the second overall in the last tournament. They lost Alabama in the national championship. So Ole Miss coming in with their shoulder. They were talking about 4 teams that were forward pointing into their season. Missouri and Ole Miss falling to Alabama, and then Notre Dame falling to Ole Miss. Definitely, those 3 teams definitely are going to come into this tournament, I hope, with something to prove. Well, I wouldn't hate to see any of them get the 5th seed. They fought hard for that one, for that game. And Missouri almost won. Missouri took them to overtime. Ole Miss played a great game until the end and just kind of threw it away, to be honest. And then Notre Dame took Ole Miss to the last second, too. So, like, it was a great Final Four and national championship. You couldn't have asked for a better turnout than that. But at the end of the half, Iowa's up 21-13. Arizona State is not having a day. Just gets another field goal. Iowa State goes down and gets a touchdown. Throws a pick right when you were driving. That's not what you want. We'll go by possession. It's close enough. Iowa State just stalls out at midfield. Punts it. Oh, wait, what just happened? Oh, safety by Arizona State. Get the ball back. Down by 10. Gets nothing out of it, bro. You gotta capitalize. Because if you just kick a field goal there, you get 21. And then you're only down by a touchdown. But no, you gotta go. You had to go for it. Now Iowa State Iowa's probably gonna win this game. Because you're greedy. You're greedy, and you didn't want it. So there we go. Iowa takes down Arizona State. I don't know if that's how it played out last tournament. So, actually, I can very much check and tell you just to show that these things aren't always the same. Very rough game for Arizona State. We're going to see what went wrong whenever their thing pops up. But yeah, Arizona State beat Iowa last time. So, you got to wonder. No rushing yards, but they passed a lot. And there was less turnovers. I don't know what happened to Arizona State right there. I'm not sure. I could not tell you. But unfortunate, Iowa takes that one. And next we have Arkansas State versus Iowa State. If y'all don't remember from last time, Arkansas State is definitely my go-to team. Definitely the right now at least that's still in the tournament besides Florida State. Iowa State is definitely a higher overall. Arkansas State beat them last tournament. Because it's my Red Wolves, we're going to make it a night game. I'm a little cheesy. I'm a little cheap. But this is the most I'll do when it comes to, like, setting up the games, you know. So we'll give this Arkansas State, Iowa State a night game. Hopefully Arkansas State can come away with the dub again. I don't remember how much they won by last time, if it was like a landslide or not, but we'll just have to watch it play out. I think we are going to have a fun slate of games this seed, though. I think it'll be a. I think each seed's going to bring their own little, excitement to it. Because, as every seed passes, you're just one closer to the final thing. The big Mac Daddy tournament of them all. Be exciting. Here. I'd love to see them. If they got the 5th seed, whoo, I would go crazy. I would absolutely. They're going to start with the ball. We're going to go by quarter until it turns into a blowout. Iowa State puts up points first. Very defensive game. Iowa State's up by 2 touchdowns at the end of the first. Definitely going differently than it did last time. Arkansas State's only down by 7 now. Down by 10. Down by 3. Down by 6. It tried to get something. They got a field goal. Okay, so they're down by 3. I thought they missed it, but good on them. Just to try to get points on the board. Who's going to strike first coming out of half, though, is the question. Okay, it was Iowa State. But only with a field goal. Only with a field goal. That is very important. And we are in the 4th quarter now, so we're going to go by possession. Iowa State puts up yet another touchdown. Arkansas State answers. They're down by 5. Down by 5. Needs a stop and a touchdown. Gets the stop. Can they get a touchdown? No, they got stopped. Need another one. They don't get it. Arkansas State drives, gets the touchdown. They need a quick stop now. They get their stop, but with no timeouts left. They have a minute 42 to go 80 yards. We're just going to sim by possession. And they stall out and don't get that one. That is upsetting, but not unreasonable. We kind of figured that one was going to happen. So Arkansas State gets eliminated in the first round. Very unfortunate, but they would have had to have played Oklahoma or UCLA. Whoever came out of that game, they weren't making it past the second. So unfortunate, but what can you do? Up next, we're going to have what should be a good... No, because Kansas is good in this game. We're going to have Army versus Kansas. Army's going to get their home field advantage. And Kansas won this one last time. I remember that. None of the military teams made it out of the first round last time. So we will see if this time will be any different. Hope it is, just to change things up a little bit. Yeah, better. Kansas is definitely the better squad here. We're just keeping a day game. It don't really matter. Let's not do 1-minute quarters. We're going to do 15. And we're just going to get into it. I'm predicting Kansas wins. I didn't realize the overall difference was that bad. Army's going to have a tough time for a long time. They're going to probably need to be able to play like a Kent State before they have a chance at winning these games. Unless they get an upset. Unless an upset happens. But the only problem with upsets is you can't ride that wave the entire tournament. Because it's a tournament to us, but it's not a tournament to the game. So the game is consistently having to make these little teams win, which they can't just do the entire time. So yes, I picked Kansas to win. I think they're going to take this one home. We will give... Kansas... Army's getting the ball. We're going to sim to... We're going to do the first quarter. Kansas strikes immediately. Puts another 10 on the board. 17. Army just... No traction. No traction whatsoever. And we're just going to go to the end of the game. Army finally got a drive just to kick a field goal. Kansas State puts up another touchdown. Another touchdown. Army starts passing finally, but doesn't do much. They finally have a touchdown on the board. 46-10, 46-13, 46-20. I mean, if you wanted to call that staging a comeback, it kind of was, but they just stalled out. Kansas takes it 53-27. Very, very good win. Very strong win. Wasn't a close one. They handled business. They stood on business, you know what I'm saying? Alright, up next we have Auburn versus Kansas State. Little SEC team. I can't remember who won this one last time. Kansas State won this one last time. If I'm not mistaken, this was a very offensive game, which are my kind of games. Auburn will have home field advantage just due to them being in the A's, and I'm not trying to scroll a different way. But I also think they're not the better team here. I think Kansas State is, so we'll give them the home field advantage. They'll probably need it. Oh no, Auburn's a better team. Well, we will see how this one turns out. I'm definitely picking Kansas State to win. I think they've won a few times. So, I'm picking Kansas State. Making it a night game. It should be a good, fun little game. Dude, the Arizona State Stadium looks so cool. I would love to watch them play in it, but they only get the luxury of being watched in the Final Four. That's when we watch the games, and that's only the fourth quarter. So we will see. Maybe next time. Maybe next time they got it. Number 21, Kansas State taking on Auburn. You think this would be good enough for the college game day to show up to? If it was the primetime game? I don't. Nah. Could be. Maybe Auburn kick six to win this game, like they did against Alabama. But yeah, now that Alabama's out of there, the real powerhouse who I was wrong. They made drives every single tournament so far. They just haven't gotten to the championship. But now that a huge powerhouse is out of there, it really is anybody's tournament because Ohio State's lost to UCF, Oregon's lost to Ball State. These top 10 teams lose to little old teams all the time. And Auburn up 21-3, 28-3, 35-10 going into half. Oh wow, 42-10 going into half. They did not like my pick. And this game went a lot differently than it did last time. Again, still a good offensive game, though. There was a lot of scoring, just Kansas State started a little too late. I mean, they brought it close-ish, relatively speaking, but it was they were just getting garbage time points at that point. Auburn smacks Kansas State to advance to the second round, where they're either going to have to play Old Dominion or Louisiana Monroe. So they're probably going to win. They're probably going to the third round. Good on them. But yeah, back to what I was saying. It's now anybody's game. There are no teams that really stand out. Notre Dame's a team that always stands out too until they play a big team. But now all the big teams lose or just already in their playoff spot. So, all right, up next we have my probably personal favorite team, Ball State, going up against Kent State. And I just love this Ball State team. They do so good. Well, okay, that's also a lie. I thought they always did better than they did. It was just that one game that they played, or the first tournament where they played Arkansas, that they took it all the way, bro. They took it all the way to the Elite Eight or some crap like that. And I just have not been able to get that time out of my head. Because I was looking back at the other things, and they went out, like, in the first round, like, 2 rounds. So, the second and third round, they did not do good. But the first and fourth round, they did pretty good. Pretty damn good. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Already starting off with an interesting lineup. Idaho, Illinois, Arizona, Iowa, Iowa State, Kansas, and Auburn. Now, hopefully we can throw Ball State in here. And I was looking, and I think the reason Ball State does as good as they do is their offense. If you've noticed, whenever the offense is always higher than the other team's defense, it's usually a very... Whenever both offenses are higher than both defenses, just get scored. Normally how it works. Duh. Ball State's defense or offense is normally so much higher than the other team's defense. And then Ball State's defense is normally around the same as the other team's offense. So, like, it just stays close because Ball State has an amazing offense. Puts up 7 right there. Puts up 14 again. Kent State did score first. I didn't say that because I was talking, but Kent State did score first, and Ball State is just now gotten in the lead. And going into half, it's actually a low-scoring game for this Ball State team. They normally do a little bit better. But 17-7 going into halftime is definitely worthy of a quarter-by-quarter game. Bro, I think in NCAA 25, when that comes out, I'm definitely doing a Ball State dynasty. Alright, now we're going to go by possession, because this is only a touchdown game. Ball State's not having the offensive game they normally have. They're not getting anything going, actually. Kent State finally gets a touchdown, ties it up. Ball State's got to wake up or punt the ball away. They need to stop. Can Ball State go out in the first round again? Almost. But now they have the ball. Wait, here, let me, ball with 2 timeouts, 1:09. They just need field goal range. They just need field goal range. They don't get it. 18 seconds. This is going into overtime. Wait, did it not? Oh, when did Kent State score? Did I miss that? When did they score? Oh, they kicked the go-ahead to win the game. And Ball State falls. First round. Dang, I missed that. I thought it was going into overtime. Damn. Unfortunate for that Ball State team. Very, very unfortunate. It was a low-scoring game, though. They, like I said, and you are, like, beating Oregon with one of the best offenses in the game. Like, because your offense is that good, that says something. But whenever you, like, can only get 17 points, they didn't score the entire second half. The entire second half, they did not score a point. 2 turnovers. I mean, like I said, they didn't play a bad game. They just couldn't find the end zone, apparently. Or a field goal, I guess. I don't know what happened there. Anyways, they fall, so that sucks for them. Up next, versus should be a... Oh, Baylor has the overall. Should be a good game. SEC teams are never out of it. As you can tell, we have 2 of them, if I know. No, 3 already in the playoff picture. 3 of the top 4 are SEC teams. Not to brag. But then the other one's an ACC. Clemson, go figure. Nobody's really shocked. Alright. Yeah, I'm definitely picking Baylor to win this one. Definitely picking Baylor. Who's probably, if they win, is going to have to probably play Oregon in the next game. Which I think should be a fun game, actually. I really don't think that one's the secure win for Oregon that we like to think it is, because Baylor and Baylor always has like super high offensive games. Like boys are like scoring points all the time, except for when they lose, which sucks. Whatever. And so we're gonna go quarter by quarter. Baylor's gonna start with the ball. There are certain teams where that's like a bad thing, but with this team, it really isn't. Baylor puts up 14 quickly, make it 17. Kentucky scoreless going into the second quarter. Baylor just keeping their foot on the gas like they should. Kentucky finally gets a touchdown, but started a little too late. But 31-7, Baylor just having their way right now. Kentucky does get another touchdown, misses the PAT. Does need to be pointed out. Scores again. Now they're only down by 18. Going into the fourth. What happened? Wow, they stalled out right at the line to gain. But Kentucky get a... Oh, no. Thought they got the safety there. I was like, that's big. Yeah, we're going by possession. Wow, Kentucky struck quick. That was 44 yards. And they get a pick? Is Kentucky's only down by 5 now. Baylor just stalled out. I have no clue what happened. There they go. Got the drive going that they needed. Kentucky answers back with a touchdown. Only down by 5 still. Baylor's stalled out, to be honest, because they only got a field goal out of that. Now, all Kentucky needs is a touchdown and a 2-point. They definitely did not get that. What just happened? They had to throw a pick. But just like that, Baylor wins. Kentucky, if they had played a better first half, would have won that game. If they would have played a better first half, would have won. Like I said, that was, 48-40? Dropping basically 50 bombs every game. Kentucky with 3 turnovers. If you would have just kept one of them, 1 or 2, you'd have been fine. Baylor, their turnover was huge, though. Gave Kentucky the momentum they needed to almost come back and win. 628 passing yards. It's ridiculous. Alright, well, since the 2 teams I've wanted to win, Arkansas State and Ball State, are already out, this leaves my 4th string, because Florida State's my first overall team that I want to win. But this leaves my 4th team, Boise State, as my hope to ride. Now, they went far. I'll give them that. They went far last time. They went out to Alabama, actually. That's who they lost to. So, like, they held their own. Good on them. So, we're going to root for them now. Because, I mean, hey, if it wasn't for Alabama, then they would have had to play North Carolina, which I think they would have won. And then Missouri, which they... I don't know. But, like, they just kind of lost steam there, which sucks. It really does suck. Because I would have loved to have seen them win. But it's fine. They'll have their chance this time because it's not like... I don't think their route's going to change all that much. Who did they have to play in this? Who will they have to play? Boise State will have to play Oregon State or USC. No, never mind. That's going to be a hard game to win for them. Either of those teams are. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. There's the second round is where all the teams switch up. One or two. You get the first round is like more or less the same teams, but the second round is where it gets really different, really tricky. So we're just gonna hop into this one. I think Boise State should like take this very easily. They're a very good team in this game. Like I said, they do good in these tournaments. They like playing these things. They play for something. Louisiana Tech puts up a field goal while Boise State has 4 touchdowns on the board. 5. Yeah, they're 5 touchdowns ahead of Louisiana Tech. We're going to send them to the end of the game after halftime. Oh, my God. Boise State is just embarrassing. Their second string's in. Has to be. And they're still scoring. And they haven't laid off the throttle yet. 56 points are needed in this fourth quarter for Louisiana Tech, and they're not going to get it. Boise State embarrasses Louisiana Tech. We are going to just going to pretend that one didn't happen. Yeah, that one was an embarrassing one. Up next, we have Boston College and Louisville. Now, Louisville's number 11 and LSU's number 12. So I think Boston College and Bowling Green are just going to have to suck it up and hope one of these teams win sooner rather than later. Louisville made it to the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8. Who did they lose to in the Elite 8? Oh, they lost to Ole Miss. That's right. Louisville, another, like I said, deep playoff team for the most part. In Bowling Green, no, Boston College is going to get home field advantage. I'm definitely picking Louisville to win, though. But on the road, who knows? You gotta know. I don't think this is Lamar Jackson's Louisville. But I did come to the realization that if this is the Jameis Winston Florida State, then it would also be the young Marcus Mariota's Oregon. So, both very good teams. But dude, Florida State just doesn't do good in these tournaments. They are playing Nevada in the first round, and then the second round they're gonna have to play the winner of Texas versus Texas A&M, which I don't think is gonna be fun at all. That's gonna be a rough one to sit through. But this one should be all Louisville, I think. I don't think it's gonna be a struggle for. They're going to college, ACC up. Obviously, people are gonna try. These teams are gonna try to win, but I think for some teams they're just like taking their hits and they're just waiting for the like later rounds. They're like, yeah, I can do this one instead. Boston College scores first. Louisville ties it up. Boston College scores second. All right, 14-14 going into the second quarter. Like I said, Boston College isn't just going to roll over and give it to Louisville. Only down by 4. Louisville's up by 11 now going into halftime. Boston College has got to get some big plays on their hand. They can't just keep letting Louisville do this crap either. 42-24 going into the fourth quarter. Boston College looks like they're knocking on the doorsteps of a touchdown. They are only down by 10. So we're going to go by possession. Louisville stalls out. Boston College ball. The 20. They're going to kick a field goal. That's not bad. Down by 7. Get a stop. They do. Change of possession. Get a touchdown. They're tied up. Can they get another one? They do get another stop. Louisville has stalled out big time. Boston College puts up a touchdown. They are now in the lead, and they are they're tied. Boston College, 3 timeouts, 2 minutes and 40-something seconds. Wow, with 19 seconds left, they kick a field goal. Louisville has 19 seconds, 2 timeouts to get into field goal range. One play. They run the ball. You got to wonder the play call there. You're passing in this situation. Drop pass. Gets a huge run. Do they not call their timeout? No, they didn't. I don't know what happened there, but Louisville just blew that game. Boston College wins it. Not upsetting number 11. And this early on, we have an upset. We have an upset on our hands. It is 52-49 Boston College. And what did I tell you? Nobody's going to roll over and give the game away. Some teams might just be like, whatever, when they lose. They're not going to roll over and give that away. Boston College wants to win. And now Boston College gets to play the winner of Penn State USF. Now Boston College has an easy route, I think. I don't think Penn State or USF is going to be that hard, especially taking down who you just did. number 11, who made it all the way to the Elite Eight last time. Up next, we have LSU versus Bowling Green. Let's see if Bowling Green can do sort of the same thing. I'd like to think they can, but realistically, I think that's going to be hard. But that's a very impressive win for that Boston College team. Let's not overlook that at all. Yeah, LSU's definitely a favorite in this game. We're going to keep it daytime. It's not going to matter. I have faith in this Tiger team to win it in the night or in the daytime. They don't need it to be a night game. Well, I hope you guys have been enjoying the series so far. It's been a lot of fun. I really like doing this. It's a great way to just like keep my mind working on something. I wonder, I watch all these videos about YouTubers beefing with each other, and I wonder who would be the YouTuber I'd pick a fight with. Who y'all think it is? I want y'all to let me know. I wonder if I have to like with or make an account and beef with them. I don't really have any picks. Because like I was talking about it, and it'd have to be somebody of my like own genre of content. And like, first of all, I don't know if there's anybody. I don't know who's making NCAA content except for Bengal, because he's got that. Oh crap! What I watch him all the time. What is his? Oh, what team is he doing? The community college one. Oh, and by the way, first quarter, it's tied 10-10. Just thought that was important. God, that's gonna bother me now. Whoever he's doing. By the way, Bowling Green is still tied up with LSU. They did have the lead. Okay, I had to look this up real quick. It's gonna bother me. But y'all know what I'm saying. Bengal's the only one. Riverside, that's what it is. I found it before I looked it up. He's doing the Riverside content. But other than that, I don't know who's all doing NCAA content. So like, I don't know who I'd have beef with. I don't know how I'd have beef with him. I like what he does. LSU's only holding on by 10. Bowling Green, like I said, they were like, yeah, we can do this. But it looks like they're going to fall off here. Throws an interception. That'll probably end it. Unless they scored a touchdown there. Can they get a stop? They do get a stop. And LSU gets one of their own. Another stop. LSU missed the field goal too, so it was a true stop. Not quite at field goal range, so Boston College misses that. We'll go to the end of the game, or Bowling Green, misses that. Only losing by 15 to LSU is not bad. That is not a bad loss. It sucks because you're gonna have to fight for another time, but hey, that's proving you can do it technically. Played a little bit better. I don't know how much that interception made a difference, but you gotta sit there and wonder now, right? It's like, dang, what if I hadn't thrown that? 2 turnovers, technically, yeah, that is a bad, but not horrible. It's fine. Up next, we have Buffalo and Marshall. Now, Buffalo is going to get home field advantage. Although I am very much rooting for Marshall. I think most people know that. Like I said last time, I love their story. So I definitely am rooting for this Marshall Thundering Herd team. With the lower overall, traveling, going into Buffalo, let's see if they're just going to be the bigger team this time. I hope they are. I really want Marshall to win. Their story is amazing. It really is. Welcome to the video. I see I have 1 viewer right now. Hope you're enjoying the content. I really do. Been having a lot of fun doing it. And I think last time I had to break this round up into 2 videos. I think this time I'm going to try my hardest to get it all done in one. I don't see why I couldn't. I don't know why I broke it up last time, but it's fine. It's fine. It is taking a minute, though. It does take some time. But I would like to make each round their own video, personally. So Buffalo's going to start with the ball. Let's get it underway. We'll go quarter by quarter until we get a blowout or something. Buffalo struck quick, by the way. They wasted no time on their touchdown. Marshall down by 4. Just trying to stay alive right now. Buffalo has the ball. Marshall strikes quick with that touchdown. Now it's 17-17. Buffalo strikes quickly again. They're either like slow, methodical drives that go nowhere or absolutely taking the top off of defenses. Wow. What was that rush? Like, why do you... Oh, that was a 52-yard field goal. Damn. He put that thing up there. Only down by 10 going into the third quarter. We're going to... Down by 3. Like I said, I'm rooting for Marshall. 37-33. 44-33. 44-40. And Marshall up by 4. Now we're definitely going by possession with how good this game is. 47-44. Marshall stalls out, has to punt. Oh, no. The Buffalo's getting it at their own, like, 50. It's another touchdown. Now Marshall's down by 10. Fumbled. Marshall's defense comes up with a huge stop. That's gigantic. Gets a touchdown, only down by 3. And Buffalo just runs out the clock to win it. Marshall falls again to this Buffalo team. Next time, I think we have to put Marshall at home. We got to see what this home field advantage does, because, dang, falling by 3 is rough. Unfortunate for Marshall, the Thundering Herd. Better luck next seed. Alright, up next we're going to have Maryland traveling to BYU, trying to take down the Cougars. Dude, 660 passing yards, but those 2 turnovers, bro. The fumble at the end that I watched, and then I'm assuming probably an interception. But it's in the past now. You lost. You only get one shot these tournaments. One shot a tournament, I should say. Oh, my lord. Okay. Maryland's the high overall. BYU is at home. Yeah, we're not going to worry about changing the time tonight or anything. Those are only reserved for those big games at the end. Up next, after this one, we're going to have California and Memphis, which I don't remember. I know Memphis lost, but I can't remember if it was a good game or not. Maryland won this game last time, by the way, if it means anything. Yeah, I wonder how different the things have gone. Baylor won again. Boise State won again, but Louisville beat Boston College last time, so that's new. LSU obviously won. Oh, Marshall won that game last time. I thought Marshall lost. And Maryland won this game, so let's see how the script follows, you know? Let's see who's up in. Wow. I didn't realize BYU had the Mount. I don't know why you keep saying low bandwidth, bruh. I don't know what you want me to do about that. Beautiful mountains, beautiful scenery. Hopefully we get to see your stadium a little bit more. I'm rooting for BYU. I say that as Maryland puts up 14, like, within 10 minutes. BYU's only down by 7. There was a lot of scoring that happened really quickly. Maryland puts up another touchdown. BYU is just kind of hanging on for dear life. Maryland puts up another touchdown. And at halftime, 35-14 Maryland. I don't think we're going to see BYU much anymore. Kick a field goal. I mean, hey, points count. 41-17. Yeah, now you need touchdowns. With this big of a deficit, I'm just going to go to the end of the game. I don't think BYU can come back. Very unfortunate. I'd love for them to. But they're just down by a little too much. They tried. 61-51 is not bad at all. But you still lose. Unfortunate. We're not going to get to see that beautiful stadium of yours anymore. Maryland advances, and we advance on to the next game. Next, we are going to have California and Memphis. 4 turnovers for BYU, and you still almost won. Like, if you could have just played a little cleaner of a game, man. Anyways, California versus Memphis. And no, California's going to get home field advantage. They didn't last time. I remember putting Memphis because I knew their stadium. So, Memphis is going to be traveling. Besides, California won last time, so it'd be kind of crappy to make them travel again. But this one's probably going to be a wash. California high overall and at home. I don't see Memphis pulling it off. If they do, good on them. The winner of this game is going to have to play Rutgers versus Utsa, whoever wins that one. So, whatever. We'll see. We'll see how everything plays out. I don't know, quite honestly, if I'm making good time in this or not. I have work at 8, so in 4 hours, I should be done with all this. But we'll see. Dude, I couldn't get my stream to start. It was like saying I had no YouTube account, which I knew I did. And then it wouldn't log me into my YouTube account. And I was like, what the hell? So it took way too long to get it set up. Alright, California, Memphis. Is this our first time playing in Cal? I think it might be. But I don't this fight. I'm for the team I think is going to win. So I'm going to root for Cal here. Nice. Very just basic college football stadium. I say basic. That's a big stadium. It's a tied game at 7. Memphis takes the lead going into the second quarter, 14-7. California looks like they're on a drive. Oh, they stall out. It must have been a turnover. Memphis up 27-14, 34-14, 34-21. And in halftime, 34-21, Memphis in the lead. They're not backing down. They're saying, hey, that overall thing that you were talking about don't mean anything to us. 43-28, California 43, 50-35. That's a 15-point game. It's only 2 touchdowns. We'll go by possession. We'll see what happens here. Memphis up 57-35, 57-41, 64-41. Wow, we have a high-scoring game. This is over a 100-point game. 64-49. Defense is non-existent in this game. 71-49. That's 5 drives, 6 drives in a row where each team has scored. 71-55. And finally, we get a stop. Thank God. California, they tried to put one in. But 71-55, Memphis advances. Taking down California. That is, in fact, a decent upset. They traveled from sweet little Tennessee all the way out there to the big state. And they went in there. They took down a higher overall team, a better team. Obviously not a better team, but a higher overall team. And just took control over that game. Very impressive win for Memphis. That was a low turnover game too, but look at the difference. I mean, they went crazy on offense. Wow, that's wild. That was an offensive slug out. Those are the kind of games I personally love watching. I don't really care for defense all that much, which I know sounds bad because considering whenever I did play, I was a defensive player. But I don't know, it just never, like, defense is boring. Just watching, like, a super strong defensive game where it's just, like, nobody scoring. That's not the football I like to watch. I like watching high-scoring offenses, bro. I like the spectacular games. Definitely picking Miami to win this game. Going into Central Michigan, Miami, you'll get to play at home soon. You're going to be playing San Diego State or Vanderbilt next game. Because if you lose to Central Michigan, that's sad. That is very sad. If you're liking the stream, please feel free to like the video and subscribe. I love the supporters. I love my fans. And I want to keep making content for you guys that y'all enjoy. I want to know what y'all like and what y'all don't like. But we're going to get headed on into this one. Like I said, this should be Memphis all the way. I don't see how it wouldn't be. I would like for it to load. Or, not Memphis, Miami. My fault. Stuttered right there. Oh, we get the coin toss. Okay, and we get it right. So we're Miami is going to start over at the ball. This Miami team has been very quiet in these tournaments, by the way. They're not much of a spectacular team, if you want the honest truth. Put up a touchdown, take the lead on Central Michigan early. Actually, Central Michigan has the lead going into the second quarter, up by 1. How about that? Now they have it by a little bit more than that. I'm not doing the math. 5 now. Miami takes the lead by 2. Now they're starting to put points up. Central Michigan, I mean, hey, you're not out of it, bud. You're playing a very good ball game right now. Well, if you were. What happened? What just happened, bro? Just let up so many points. We're just going to go to the end of the game. It doesn't even bother going by possession. I don't see Central Michigan coming back now. I think if they would have kept it close, they could have won. But just letting it fall out of reach that quickly was just detrimental to them. So, Miami advances on. Maybe got a little offended at my comment saying they weren't spectacular. Because they woke up and came alive. Dropped 41 points over them. Like, they were just like, you have a hill to climb. And up next, we're going to have Cincinnati versus Miami University. I don't know what the difference is. No, I guess the first one is University of Miami. The second one's Miami University. But, like, why? Oh, wait, this might be, like, the Miami, Ohio school or some crap. Maybe. Right, that is... I'm not tweaking. There is a Miami, Ohio, right? Anyway, they're traveling to Cincinnati to face off. But if they win, you know what? They get home field advantage next time. I'm just going to put that out. If this team, whoever they are, wins, they can have their home field advantage. Again, this is a rivalry game, so they very well could. Stop. Can you let me pick the quarter length? I wish I could, like, just have it preset to... I wonder if I can. I might look into that. Just have it preset to 15, because making it to 5 is getting annoying. Or making it to 15 is... Oh, wait, no, I said it right. I meant what I said. Anyways, we're going to get into this one. I'm going to go grab another Dr. Pepper while this thing loads. Y'all heard that? Refreshing taste of Dr. Pepper. If I had control of it, I'd make a Dr. Pepper commercial play right now. Alright, let's get into this. Cincinnati's way higher overall. They're at home. kill this video. I don't know why it does that. I don't know why it just cannot handle the frame rate from that. It's got to be the computer, I think. I was thinking about it. I was trying to like stream off of my desktop and everything, like the first few videos, and it just wouldn't work. And I've realized this laptop has been the sole purpose for this YouTube channel since I really started doing it. This laptop has gotten me so far, and I dog on it so much. So I'm glad it hasn't like up and killed itself. That would suck. Very defensive game right now. Cincinnati's up by 10 going into the second quarter. Miami University finally puts a drive together to get up by, or to get 7 on the board. Now they're at 10 and 17-13 at halftime. Cincinnati, I don't remember who started with the ball. Doesn't matter. Cincinnati scores first out of the half, 24-20. And Miami U just needs a big drive. We're gonna go by possession. This is playing out to be a good game. Miami University with the ball, and immediately throws a pick. That's not what you want to do. Give Cincinnati a short field position, but they do nothing with it. Another punt. Very defensive game, like I said. Cincinnati finally capitalizes. Somebody was bound to. Scores a touchdown, 31-20. Another pick, and I think that's about all she wrote. I mean, it's weird because, like, Miami University did not play bad football at all. They just, I don't know, they kind of just, like, got worn out. Down by 14. You can't get 2 touchdowns within that amount of time. Unfortunately, Cincinnati does take this one. 34-20. A very good game by Miami University. I gotta figure out where you're from. Because that's gotta be the one in Ohio, right? We'll see. We'll look it up later. But up next, we have Colorado versus Michigan. And for obvious reasons, I'm rooting for Michigan. I said it last time, and I'll say it again. Count them, 6 turnovers. And you only lost by 14. What the hell? That is just wild. Do they count, like, turnover on downs as a turnover? I don't think they do. Colorado will be home, though. For all fairness, they'll play in Boulder. Isn't that where they're from? Did I have the same conversation last time? Michigan, definitely the higher overall. Definitely should be the better team who I'm picking to win. But I will make it a night game. Because we'll pretend like it's the Colorado from last year. Who wasn't bad, but they weren't good. And that's what I think annoyed me the most. So everybody's like, oh, this Colorado team's going to be amazing. They're going to be elite. And I'm like, they're going to be trash. They're not going to win. And like I called it. They didn't even make a bowl game. So we'll pretend like it's that Colorado. So they'll get the night game against Michigan. The national champions from this year, technically. So I'm amazed we haven't seen them go deeper. Because, I mean, they play SMU or Virginia Tech. Where did Michigan go out last time? Definitely won that one. Oh, did they? No, Michigan lost to Wake Forest last time. See? Different games. I was for a second there. Did I pick the ball? Oh, no. We're going to pick Colorado to receive. We're going to let Shedeur Sanders and his team start off with the ball. Definitely picking Michigan to win, though. If they don't win, I'm going to be shocked. I mean, it'll be an impressive win for Colorado. Because I don't think... They'll probably play Virginia Tech next game, which they probably won't win. But it would be fun to see them progress. 14-10. They're in the lead right now. And Boulder, Michigan puts up... Oh, wow. They put up 2 touchdowns at halftime. 24-14. Up by 10. Colorado Oh, Michigan started with the ball. Oh, and they are just putting distance between Colorado now. That out of halftime team just went ridiculous. They just do not care right now. Michigan is absolutely embarrassing this Colorado team. I mean, not really. Well, now they are. But it wasn't horrible. Like I said, Colorado had a lead for quite a bit there, but 66-35, Michigan proving that they are the better team once again, like they did last year. And up next, we're going to have Colorado State versus Michigan State. Probably going to pick Michigan State to win here, if you want the truth. I think. But who knows? Colorado State will be at home. Where did they play? I don't know where they play. Michigan with 3 turnovers and still won by as much as they did. It's kind of wild to me. From your roommate back in Boulder, we ain't ever getting older. There we go. Wow, Michigan State looks like to be a way better team. I didn't realize it was that night and day between the two. Oh, I was gonna. I gotta remember to check that after this game. I gotta remember to check how to move that. 'Cause it is quite annoying. Bro, I just gotta say it again. I know I sound like a broken record, but I've just been watching you guys like blow up my videos, and like I've got videos like popping off left and right. And dude, it means so much to be able to see like you guys are, even if y'all aren't, like, it means so much to see you guys coming through, checking out the channel. Like, I love knowing that I'm getting somewhere. Like, it means so much to me watching you guys like watch my videos and not dislike them, at least, because I haven't had a video in so long. I have been getting a few likes on them, which is amazing. Colorado State will start off with the ball. We're gonna like just send the whole game. Michigan State should make quick work of this. And if they don't, like I said, we always have the ability to stop it. But I mean, they're not doing much. Colorado State's only down by 4. Now they're down by a touchdown. Now they're down by 2. Okay, there we go. Finally, they're like doing something. Because I was like, Michigan State, you're taking way too long here. That's why I worry about some of these teams in the deeper parts of the tournament. Is like, you struggle against these teams that you should like absolutely embarrass. And like how you're expected to go up against the likes of Alabama or this LSU team who struggled, or Oregon State or Ohio State. Like you gotta win those. Michigan State did win. I mean, 60-26, but you know it took them a long time to get started, and you can't wait to get started on some of these teams. You have to hop out of the gate just going crazy. Up next, we're gonna have a Middle Tennessee State and a UConn matchup. You gotta remember, Connecticut is in the C. Like they're just UConn is a C team. I forget that so much, bro. And I'll be like searching the U's. I'm like, how am I keep missing them? But it doesn't help that I don't write them down as Connecticut. I write them down as UConn. So that's why I keep missing them. I write them down starting with the U whenever I should technically be writing them down as Connecticut. Connecticut is definitely the better team, and they have it at home. Middle Tennessee State. I mean, if you can win, good on you. Dang it. Okay. I'm not going to remember. I'm going to try, but I'm not going to remember. Either way, the winner of this game doesn't really matter. You got to play South Carolina, who is the number 18. But this number 18, like, who did they lost to Purdue, bro. Purdue is a sleeper team. I am tired of, like, second guessing them. Because they are a sleeper team, bro. But it looks like UConn shouldn't have that hard of a time going with this game. Looks like it should be pretty easy for them. Hope it is. Because they've been doing good in the tournament. Like, it's their girls basketball team that's, like, always winning national championships, right? I think it's their girls team. Obviously, they're not bad at sports. Like, get your name out there in this tournament. You know what I'm saying? I would love to, like, live in this world that I'm creating, though, where, like reading the papers or watching the sports news of, like, hey, Alabama just made the 4th seed, blah blah blah, stuff like that. I feel like that'd be so cool to, like, live through something like that right now. UConn up 35-3. We're gonna send them to the end of the game because they're just hanging it on Middle Tennessee right now. They're probably at this point got their backups in, just probably, like, playing it slow. One thing I hate that the game does is, like, substitutes backups in, because I feel like in tournament style. No, I guess I'm wrong. I was gonna say in tournament style games, you want your full string offense in at all your full string teams in at all time. But no, you don't. You don't want them getting injured because you need them to, like, make it all the way. If y'all watch the Ole Miss Alabama national championship, you'll know Ole Miss was playing with their 3rd string halfback the entire game, basically, because their first and second went out so quickly. But UConn advances again, and is going to have to play the winner of South Carolina versus Washington. And we're not making bad progress. We're not making great progress. So we'll see. We'll keep seeing how this goes. Like I said, I got 3 hours till I need to go to work. All I really need to do is wash my hair, so I'm not too terrified. Okay, but before we do that, because I'm thinking about it. Yeah, settings. Difficulty. You're just automatic set on Heisman K. Okay, this is what I do. Okay, where? Should I don't want to, like, change things too much. I don't know if that's for, like, actual players or not, though, so we're just going to keep it going how it normally goes. We're not going to change anything. All I cared about is the quarter lengths. The rest of the game seems fine. And y'all are like, hey, no, if you want, like, the realist advantage versus disadvantage, change that, I will. I don't know what difference it makes, really. And I don't want to mess with the settings too much. So we'll see if that worked. If it didn't, whatever. It's whatever. I don't care that much. It doesn't hurt to change it every single time. Very even. Okay. I'm going to pick Duke because they had the home field advantage. It does change it to 15 minutes. That's going to save us so much time. That's going to save so much time. And, like, now I don't have to worry about forgetting it. I might instinctually do it every once in a while, but, like, I feel like it's going to be really helpful. Alright, we have Duke versus Minnesota. If y'all didn't see me do the matchup, Duke is at home. It's very even overall. Minnesota technically has the better defense. I think I'm going to pick Duke to win. I'm going to pick Duke to take this one home. The winner of this game is going to play the winner of the Southern Miss Washington State game. And I'm very excited to get into the second round, or to the third and fourth columns, so we can start seeing the we can start seeing the matchup, seeing who's going to be playing who. I should probably press play. Oh, Lord, bruh. Ready? Yeah, wow, that was a weird voice crack. Alright, we're going to go by quarter, especially because of how even this game is supposed to be. Minnesota puts 3 up first, puts 10. Duke was 7. Minnesota was 7 more. 17 to 10 at the end of the first. Very good game. This is going to go very good, I think. 24-10. 27-10. Maybe not. Maybe Minnesota's just going to hang it up on Duke. 41-10. 48-10. 50. What the hell? 51-10 going into halftime. We're going to go to the end of the game. Duke just... This is not their game. This is not their... Who won this last time? Oh my god. Oh, Minnesota did. Man. Maybe I'll stop underestimating them. 82-24 is ridiculous. They were talking way too much smack on the internet, bro. Like on the Twitter, bro. They were just going crazy because Duke got walloped. They said something to hurt Minnesota's feelings. Holy crap! But I mean, wow, just night and day difference. That's crazy. Getting 80 dropped on you in the tournament on a very even matchup game. Whew. And you were home, bro. Like that happened to you at home. But Eastern Carolina is going to get the home field advantage for this game as they play Mississippi State. Very unfortunate. Oh, I guess it's not. Mississippi State's got to travel. Oh, yeah, that's right. Dude, we're going to make this one a night game. It's a very even matchup. It's a tournament game. I like it. I'm going to put it at night. I'm actually picking ECU for an upset. Because they didn't last time. I think Mississippi State barely came away with this. Yeah, in overtime. That's right. That's what that one was. Very close game in overtime. But I'm going to pick them. I'm going to pick them to finally pull it off here. Hopefully. Hopefully. I'd like to see them win. I think they could. I think this will also be a very offensive game. However, I think it's going to be offensive. But they just need their defense to pull up something. Although Mississippi State's defense has the best shot at doing it. So we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Like I said, Eastern Carolina is home. It's not a crazy overall difference. And I don't know. That's all I got to say. Let's get it underway. We're going to go quarter by quarter. They score first. Mississippi State answers back quickly. And told you, this isn't going to be offensive. Oh, I didn't mean to do possession. Whatever. Oh, fumbled. ECU picks it up. But gets nothing out of it. Mississippi State scores, ties it up. How did you get all the way down there and not score? That's one thing I'll never understand about this is you get so close and they just don't score. Mississippi State takes the lead going into half. And now they're up. Now they're just running away with it. ECU needs to figure something out and quick. That's how you do it. All right, we're going to go by possession. This game is close. Well, that wasn't pretty for ECU. They do get another stop. Very defensive game. I thought it was going to be offensive. Kick a field goal down by 4. Doesn't help you much. You still need a touchdown. But it'll put you in the lead if you get it. Which you do. 38-35. Mississippi State needs a field goal. They turn it over. They turn it over and ECU has the ball. They just need to hold on and milk clock. Which they do. ECU wins. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? I picked that upset. I picked it. Mississippi State falls to Eastern Carolina. Good. I'm okay with that. I'm very much okay with that outcome. Wow. ECU advancing on to the second round. I told you they got him in overtime last time. They scared me though in the beginning. They were behind for a minute there, and I really thought Mississippi State was gonna run away with it. But look at that, 4 turnovers. I mean, Mississippi State did better everywhere, but when you look at it, it's because they were on offense for so much longer. Or they had so many more drives, I should say. 4 of them, to be exact. Good God. Up next... Wait. Yeah, I said Eastern Carolina. Up next, Michigan versus Missouri. Now, if y'all didn't hear me or y'all didn't catch what I said last time, Missouri was a Final Four team. They lost to the Alabama team that eventually ended up winning it all. So they have a chip on their shoulder. And it is unfortunate that Eastern Michigan is about to just get dogged on. Like it's unfortunate they're gonna have to suffer the consequences of this Missouri team, who lost in overtime. By the way, no, second overtime. That's what it was. They lost in second overtime against this Alabama team. Very, very close game. It was a very good game. So you got to think they're gonna come in here with a chip on their shoulder, and Eastern Michigan's just got to catch it. Like it sucks. They got the wrong end of the stick on this one. EA Sports Preview. Eastern Michigan's going to start out with the ball. Yes, to see some Missouri fans make the travel. Look at this very high school-y stadium. I feel like any stadium with a track around it just reminds me of a high school game. We're going to sim to the end of the game. Missouri should blow them out, as Eastern Michigan scores first, but I don't think it matters to Missouri. They're like, yeah, have your touch. Well, like Eastern Michigan's not out of it. They put points up. Never mind. I take it back. It was nice to see them like keep it close for like a quarter, though. I did like seeing that. But this is about what we expected. Unless Eastern Michigan just somehow gets like an insane boost of momentum. I'm sure they're not going to. Missouri's going to take this one with ease. We all knew that was going to happen. If you don't go from the Final Four to losing first round, it just doesn't happen. I say that Notre Dame could do it. Notre Dame and Ole Miss. No, Ole Miss will against UMass. All right, up next we're gonna have Florida versus Navy. It should be a very easy game to pick who's gonna win. And if y'all are curious, I'm in Florida. Isn't no ends this way. Well, I'm picking the Gators to win. Hate saying those words, man, but dude, it's like it's out of like what's the word? Out of habit that I keep going, and I like go to change the quarter. I'm like, oh yeah, you're already at 15 minutes. Still saving us time though. It really is, like having to go through and scroll through them and all that. But alright, so it's taken us about an hour and 30. So this should be like a 3-hour long stream, roughly. Come on, let's get into it. I kind of wish there were certain things we could bypass. Like, I don't need all of this. We see the team ratings when we go to games, you know? Gators are definitely a fan favorite here. I don't see them losing. They are going to start with the ball. Again, Navy doesn't like I said, the first time they competed in the tournament, no, the second time, they went really far. We're going to go to the end of the game, though. If Navy can win, or if it's close at the fourth quarter, I'll slow it down. But Navy's in the lead. Navy's up by 3. They don't punt much, do they? 16 to 14 going into the second. Navy is actually upholding this lead very well. They're like keeping it close. And we are in the fourth quarter. We're going to go by possession now. Florida in the lead by 10. Navy immediately answers 26-29. Can they get a stop? Navy does. They just need a field goal now. They did not get it. They didn't even get close. Florida didn't get anything either. Next change of possession. Alright, so now it's getting real. Now Navy's got to come up with something and quick. They get a 3-and-out stop. And this is their drive right here. To do nothing. Okay. I think, yeah, Navy's going to lose this. Wait, what happened? Oh, they fumbled. Navy, you got to air it out now. Or throw a pick. Florida wins. Florida wins 29-26. What a nail-biter game. Navy keeping it close. I mean, can't ask for much more out of them, unfortunately. They were, almost 20 overall, shorter, and still played a really good game. Right? 2 turnovers each. I mean, yeah, like I said, Florida just had a better run game, I think. All right, now we're going to have Florida Atlantic and NC State. Definitely picking Florida Atlantic to win this one. Oh, I meant NC State. Sorry. Not what I meant. NC State's going to win. Come on. Bro, it takes so long to load into this game. Like, I'm trying to go as quick as I can, and it's just, dude, it is so slow. And then you get the crap. So it's one of the good things I like about Madden whenever you're playing with friends. Like, it just skips all of that stuff. Like, it just says, yeah, this is how it turned out. You get the ball. NC State strikes first. Finally. That took a long time to only be up by 7. Took the entire first quarter. Now they're up by 14. Now they're up by 7 again. 14. Yeah. NC State's finally starting to figure things out here. But FAU, I don't think. I mean, they're not down by much, but like, it's weird. They're not getting like a lot of momentum going. You know, like they're just. We're in the fourth quarter. We'll go change by possession. Get a pick, a good pick. But again, it just doesn't do you much. Now you're down. Wait, who's scoring where? I think I got it backwards. FAU's scoring to the right. I thought they were scoring to the left. Oops. No. NC State's got this game. We're just going to skim to the end of the game. Yeah. FAU loses 56-34. Sorry, that one like really messed with my brain. I could not figure out who was scoring where. The scoring, like, it either happens so fast or doesn't at all. So, my fault there, guys. But Florida Atlantic falls. Kind of figured. It was a lot closer of a game than I'd expected. But stuff happens. Up next, we're going to have FIU versus Nebraska. This one will probably just be able to sim to the end because I think Nebraska should make quick work of this FIU team. But FIU does get the home field advantage. They are gonna get their fan support, not have to travel all the way out into cornfields for a football game. And then finally, we're going to get to see my second, the only other team I have in this tournament play. Thank God Boise State won, because if I was relying all on Florida State, I'd be screwed. Florida State, I bet you money, is going to be like a top 50 team to win. Like, they're going to be like in the top 50 seed. But it's going to take them a long time to win. Because, like, dude, every time I sim games for them and, like, they have to play at home, they always make it so close. They have never blown out a team in this tournament. Like I said, I'm definitely picking Nebraska to win this one. We'll just Yeah, they score first, score second. FIU, I mean, they're getting drives. You got a touchdown, missed the PAT. That's unfortunate. Gets another touchdown and definitely tried to go for 2 because they missed it. And they had the lead there for a second, if y'all didn't see that. And if they had just gotten those extra points, man, they would have been tied. FIU in the lead right now by 2 possessions. Just absolutely taking this game by storm. I thought it was Nebraska. Nebraska had such a hold at the beginning. Okay, we have to slow it. Oh, no, we don't. FIU scores a touchdown and makes it like that's it for Nebraska. Wow, FIU taking down Nebraska and advancing. What did I tell you? You play every game because you never know how one is going to turn out. FIU upsets Nebraska 56-42. That's crazy. That is wild. I did not expect them to win. I had no hope for them. Well, there you have it. That's why you don't count teams out. Up next, we have Florida State, Nevada. I really hope it doesn't go the same way. I hope we don't get another upset. Whew. But I am picking Florida State to win. They're definitely getting home field advantage because they need it. Don't want to put them on the road anywhere. There we go. Yeah, like they're on paper the dominant team, the best overall team. But whatever, doesn't matter. Let's just hope they can win. I hope they can. I'm praying they can. But like I said, if they win, they're not going to make it past the second round, I don't think, because they're going to have to play Texas or Texas A&M, which is going to be very unfortunate. That's going to be very unfortunate for them. Probably be Texas, like I said. Texas A&M sucks. They never do good in this tournament, which I'm glad. I hate Texas A&M with a passion. Ironically, Jimbo Fisher to the team right now, and at this point isn't coaching either of them. Florida State will get the ball. I realized I clicked that really quickly. But we're gonna go by quarter because I don't trust the Seminole team to not blow it away, and I want to see how bad they choke it in the fourth if they do. But up by 14, 16. How did you get it? Oh, safety. I was like, how did you get 2 points? But we'll go by quarter again. 23-0. 23-3. 30-3. 37-3. Okay, so Florida State did come to play this time. Thank God. Only if they'd have done this against that Purdue team, I really think they would have had a chance to win last time. No, if they would have had to play that Alabama team was untouchable. 61-3. Absolutely burying Nevada. What we wanted. 68-10. 68-17. Just, yeah, you can let them score now. It doesn't matter. FSU finally giving us the blowout we needed to have some trust in this team. I think that this is the team that went on to win the national championship. By the way, this is the game of 2013. That 2013 team did win a national championship. This is the national championship team, so I don't know why they struggle so much in this game. But up next we have Fresno State versus New Mexico. Nope, not what I did. Can you work for the love of God? New Mexico. Wow. This is looking like it's going to be all Fresno State here. Won't even worry about the time change. We're just going to keep it the same. We probably will for the most of these games. None of them look like they're going to be big. Because Notre Dame plays Tulsa. That's not important. Ohio State plays UCF. We'll do that a night game. Oklahoma versus UCLA can be a night game. Oregon State and USC can be a night game. South Carolina, Washington can be. And then Texas A&M. But that's it. We're not going to do a lot more night games. They just don't really matter. Like, especially like I said, like I've been saying this early on, it just doesn't matter, man. I know this round is really boring for the. It's just weeding out those teams that aren't going to get a shot till later on in the end. But we've seen, it is something we have to sit through because ECU taking off Mississippi State or FIU conquering Nebraska, like Memphis taking down Cal, like these teams that you're like, oh, they should just automatically be taken out, have won. So while this one is the longest and slowest by far, there's a reason we do, you know. And I could skip through recordings of them, but I want y'all to see them all, so you're not like, oh, you let this team win, blah blah blah. Y'all get to see just how the games have play out. Like, y'all get every matchup. Fresno State was dominating, but New Mexico State did bring it back. I was gonna sim to the end of the game, but New Mexico made it look closer than it is, I guess, because no team was scoring there for a minute there. They're down by 30. Yeah, we're just done. New Mexico taking too long to put something together. It's too little, too late now. Fresno State takes them down yet again. I mean, with a 20 overall advantage, you shouldn't have let them bring it as close as they did in the first place. That's all I'm going to say. Up next, we have Georgia State versus New Mexico State. And this is also why the second round is a little slow, too. Because, like, when you have games like these, like, yeah, somebody has to win. Somebody has to win these, like, small games, which means some of these teams do still make it into the second round. It's just how it goes. It is just how it goes. We're gonna have a few slow games, but that's why the third round and up are a lot more fun. Georgia State and New Mexico State. Wait, did I pass it? No. Wow, New Mexico State, definitely the better team, but let's see if Georgia State's home field advantage can carry them to the win that they're hoping for. I definitely don't think this Georgia State team has made it out of the first round once. We have so many teams to go that I'm realizing as I'm like marking these teams off that like we're on our 5th seed. We have 125 games to play. I'm trying to decide already how I'm going to do the overall tournament because there's going to be an odd number. It's going to be last time where like teams are going to get buys, and I think I should do it off teams still buy. I think that's fair because like if you can't play, like if some team gets to not play, it should be the ones who earned it. We're just gonna sim to the end of the game. Georgia State wins. I will be shocked, but I'm rooting for them. But I think New Mexico State's gonna win. I mean, Georgia State's keeping it close. Very, very slow offensive game. I say that as they both put up touchdowns. It's a very back and forth game. I mean, Georgia State, I don't think has had the lead. No, they had the lead at the very beginning, but that was the only time. And now they're down by 20. 23. Yeah, they're done. New Mexico State takes that one. We about figured that was going to be the outcome of it. But like I said, you gotta play them out. Up next, we're gonna have finally a decent matchup. It's gonna be Georgia Tech versus North Carolina. Yeah, that game was all New Mexico State. But yeah, we're gonna have Georgia Tech versus North Carolina. Georgia Tech will be home. North Carolina made it to the Elite Eight last time, so let's see if Georgia Tech can hold their own. I don't know if they can. This might be a tough game for them, so they're happy to get the home field advantage here. North Carolina, better overall team. We're going to make this one a night game. And we're just going to see. I'm picking North Carolina. An Elite 8 team going out in the first round just sounds outlandish to me. And right now we haven't had a team do that. No, that's not true. Louisville did. Louisville did, in fact, go out in the first round, which was an Elite 8 team. So it could happen to North Carolina. But the Elite 8 was a weird one. It was North Carolina, Alabama, Ole Miss, Louisville, Missouri, Purdue, Notre Dame, and Oklahoma State. If you can sit there and tell me you guessed all 8 of those correctly, you'd be lying. Nobody could guess from right now who this Elite 8 is going to be. Which sucks, because like normally you're just like, yeah, it's the 8 best teams. Like, so, but, 3, no, was Georgia 3? I don't know. No, 2, 3, 4, which would be A&M. I think Georgia was 5 or 6. I don't know. But like you would expect it to be like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or like whoever isn't there anymore. But definitely the top 10 teams should be in already. Or definitely the top 10 teams should make it to the Elite 8. But that's not how it goes. We're definitely going to go quarter by quarter on this one. This is an ACC matchup. Night game. Both very good teams. Georgia Tech in the lead. North Carolina missed a PAT, man. I mean, I feel like in a game like this, you got to make those. They do get to 2 points, so they're back to like tied up. Georgia Tech in the lead with a touchdown. And at half, it's 28-28. This is going to be a good game. Nobody's getting into the end zone, I'm noticing. Georgia Tech finally gets a field goal. 31-28. Low-scoring third quarter, that's for sure. Definitely going to go by possession now. Georgia Tech marching. Didn't get anywhere. North Carolina definitely didn't get anywhere. Did they punt the ball or did they just get dropped? Why are they going for it so much on 4th down? They're not getting anywhere, so I'm like confused on what's happening. But either way, Georgia Tech finally capitalizes. Had the ball so many times. Of course, they're finally going to get in the end zone. Up by 10. North Carolina gets picked off. Georgia Tech with the ball again. I think Georgia Tech's going to win. North Carolina is down by 10. Still not over. Still have a shot. Oh, what happened? Did they get the onside, though? Is that what I just missed? Hold on. Game stats. Georgia Tech did win. Need to, make that clear. Georgia Tech did win that game. Will it tell us they got the onside kick? They got the touchdown with 37 seconds left, and they had the ball because the clock ended immediately. That's wild. I wish I could see who got that. I think they got the onside and then just, lost the game. Unfortunate. But Georgia Tech wins in a nail-biter. But good on them to take down North Carolina with home field advantage. They're able to advance. And North Carolina had a lot of help getting into that Elite 8, I do need to add. They did get a few They got one bye. But they did beat number 3 Stanford in the Sweet 16. So, you know what? Take with that what you will. Up next, we have Hawaii and North Texas. Hawaii and is down. There we go. Hawaii should win this game and advance, like, legitly this time. Hawaii, it's Hawaii. You want to play during the day. You want that oceany type vibes. So Hawaii will be taking on North Texas. Where did Hawaii fall last time? Do y'all remember? Oh yeah, they got the bye in round 2, so they played in round 3 where they won. Hawaii fell to Ole Miss in the Sweet 16. So Hawaii made it all the way to the Sweet 16 too. It's the byes, man. The byes help these teams out so much. The good news is I don't think on this one we're going to get many byes. I think there might be one of them. But I don't think we're going to get all that many bye weeks. So most teams are going to have to play every single game. And one thing I do like is that every team that did play made it. So like the bye weeks don't help them, you know. But after, I'm gonna like send this to the end of the game, and then I gotta run to the bathroom. So we're gonna see how long it takes to play out. Hawaii will kick off, so North Texas will get the ball. I'm gonna mute myself, skip to the end of the game, and I'll be right back. Okay, I was quick with it. Wow. Hawaii absolutely embarrassed North Texas. That game wasn't even close. Hang that up on their heads, I guess. It's fine. Up next, we're going to have Houston versus Northern Illinois. This should be a very good game. I don't know why I like Northern Illinois so much, but I like their mascot, I think that's what it is. But what can I say? I'm one of those wolf girlies. Houston will get home field advantage there in the H. And then Northern Illinois will have to go visit. Let's see how this one plays out. Houston's the higher overall. Northern Illinois is ranked, though. Well, you know what? We'll give this one a night game. It's not like a major matchup, but it should be a good one nonetheless. I'm picking Northern Illinois. I'm picking Houston to win. I want Northern Illinois to win. But I will pick Houston. And at this point, this will be the final game of the left side of the sheet. So now we're going to be on the right side, which are the third and fourth columns, which means all we have to get through is that side, and then we're done with round 1, and then we will know what the matchups are going to be, which I will write them down when I get home, and then maybe tomorrow I will stream that. But we gotta get these games first. You know, it's all we're gonna go by quarter on this one. I think for the small games though, we are gonna just sim it by game because you know nobody really cares because they're gonna like be out at the end more than likely. Northern Illinois up 21-7, 21-14 in the second quarter. I mean, this one's keeping it a close game. Houston only down by 1. Northern Illinois puts a field goal up at halftime. Houston down by 4. So a touchdown, they need to get the lead, which they get quickly. Wow, very, very close game here. And we're definitely going to go by possession. Houston up by 9. So Northern Illinois is running out of steam, and quickly, I might add. They miss the field goal. That is huge. That is huge on them. Houston kicks it 50-38. It's really out of hand for Northern Illinois now, and I think that'll be the end of the game. But they do get a pick. I guess it's not. Yeah, no, it's over. Hey, didn't capitalize on that drive. Defense can only do so much. Houston takes the dub, 50-38. Northern Illinois falls. Like I said, I picked Houston to win. Wanted Northern Illinois. Oh well. Houston advances on to the second round. Again, they're not doing bad. That was a weird voice sound I made. Because, yeah, they beat Air Force last time. And where did they... Oh, they won in round 2. And in round 3. They made it to the Elite 8? Holy crap. Or the Sweet 16. My fault. They did not make it to the Elite 8. They made it to the Sweet 16. Where they lost to Missouri. So... Up next, we're going to have Northwestern and Tulane. Now we're getting deep into these names. Ooh, no. Oh! Nope. Stop. I did not mean to go into this. Shit. I don't even know what that is or why that's on there. The Nike skill trainer. I don't care. But now we have to sit through this thing until I can back out of it. Doesn't help this thing takes so long to load, but I don't care. Yes, bye, leave. I don't want to be in this thing. Oh my god. Okay, we left it. Thank goodness. Didn't mean to get into that. Sorry about that, guys. We are about to hit the 2-hour mark on the stream. This will definitely be one of my longer ones for these tournaments. Alright, let's try this again. Northwestern is going to get the home field advantage. Actually don't know if they deserved it, but Tulane will be right here somewhere. There they are. Yeah, Northwestern gets home field advantage. They're gonna... This one will be a day game. It does not matter. We do not care. Now we're getting deep into this thing. We'll get to see the first round 2 matchup from here. It'll be Idaho versus the winner of this one, and we're gonna get to start picking out these games. Like I said, we had a few good upsets. We had a few big wins. So this round 1 was definitely a lot better than I think the other one was. The other one, most teams that we thought were going to win won. Which doesn't make for great content, but it did make for like better games down the stretch, I think. Didn't really have blow way down the stretch. Wow, running out of that tunnel. That's crazy. I guess Northwestern hasn't been home before because this is the first time I'm seeing their stadium. I kind of like it, weirdly enough. I don't hate that stadium. But we're going to just go by the end of the game. Northwestern scores first and second. Tulane puts up a field goal. It looks like Northwestern's going to have this game. It looks like it. We haven't seen many comebacks. We haven't seen teams come from behind by a lot and win, which I've noticed. Take this one, for example. Tulane looked like they had a shot, but they've been playing behind the whole game, and I don't think they're going to come back and win. But, like, we don't see that much. Normally, it's the team that gets out in front first wins. Like, Northwestern does take that one 60-39. Not as big of a win as you would have thought it would be, but it is a big win. So the first matchup of round 2 is going to be Idaho versus Northwestern. We will just sim to the next game. And the next game, sorry, I was like looking at the other sheet. It's gonna be Notre Dame versus Tulsa. Again, not really a big game by any means. So Tulsa will be away. It doesn't really matter, I don't feel like. I don't know what was the quickest way to get there. Yeah, this one's going to be all Notre Dame, I'm assuming. They're going to run away with this one. So we're just going to keep it daytime. Keep it quick. We're going to send the whole game. If Tulsa wins, though, that's going to be huge. Because if Tulsa... Notre Dame is always a very good team in these tournaments. They always make it very far. So if Tulsa wins, that takes out a huge powerhouse. Ohio State, Oregon, Stanford, they always lose early. They always lose some big game early. And Texas A&M always loses against Texas. I don't know why it is that way. They always lose against Texas. Damn, I need to charge my phone. That thing died. It's not the thing I can... There we go. There it is. This one. Oh, I guess it's on my system clock. Darker on it. So some of these might be night games just by how long it takes. But yeah, we're gonna send to the end. Number 7, Notre Dame. They should win this game. If they don't deserve to be in this tournament. Tulsa scored quickly. I didn't watch their touchdown. Yeah, Notre Dame just running away with it, it looks like. Tulsa hasn't really... It doesn't look like they've driven at all. That was their first, like, quote-unquote drive that I've seen. So, I guess this Notre Dame defense has just been really good at playing lockdown. But, I mean, Tulsa put up numbers. I mean, that's not as big of a blowout as you expected, as it first looked like. But 63-38, yeah, that one went to Notre Dame. Not a huge shocker to anybody. I would like to see, like, I wish those people who, like, made the NCAA basketball tournaments, like, who made those brackets that, like, win them all the time. I would love for them to, like, do that with my thing. I would love to see, like, how people picked my games to go. Like, you get, like, whole spreadsheets and shit in the comment section. That'd go crazy. But up next we have Ohio and UAB. So I'm just going to scroll to whichever one I see first. It's definitely going to be Ohio. And then we're just going to scroll down. UAB was like right there. This one, should it be close? Oh no, UAB is definitely outmatched here. Not changing anything. We're just going to go straight into it. And then up next we're going to have a very fun one. It's going to be Ohio State and UCF. We'll give that one a night game as well as the Oklahoma UCLA. The Ohio State UCF game is always good. And UCF, I always give home field advantage to. Because I guess the bounce house is just like that important. Because UCF always either plays them close or wins the freaking game. But if you know what? If Ohio State won, no, that'd kind of suck because then UCF would have to play Oklahoma. I was going to say, if Ohio State wins, that's great for UCF because they don't have to play number 2 anymore. You get to play a little bit different team. Because it's hard for some of these teams that, like, to play the number 3, 4, 5. Like, you're just asking for failure. But, like I said, sometimes miracles happen, sometimes they don't, most times they don't. We're just gonna, this is one of those ones where you just, wow, did they take the opening kickoff for a touchdown? Ohio struck quick with that one, and then that is such a tone setter for games whenever you take the opening kick all the way for a touchdown. But UAB's keeping it close. That's always good to see. I always like seeing like teams not get absolutely blown out when they probably should. Only down by 4 right now. UAB, I mean, they need to figure something out, but Doesn't look like they are going to. That was... And then what makes me mad is they waited until the final drive of the game to do that. So Ohio wins 31-28. Very slow game. UAB just, they kept it within 4, and then whenever they needed to, they just couldn't score until it was out of their hands, and then they scored a touchdown. So, whatever. Up next, we have Ohio State UCF. This one's one I'm very excited about. UCF, I guess, is a team I like seeing win more often than not. It's definitely better than some of them. UCF. I guess this works. Ohio State will be up. There it is. Wow. Yeah, so let's hope the home field advantage does something for UCF. I hope it does. But we're going to get it underway. Primetime game, primetime matchup. The winner of this is going to take on Iowa. I think Iowa fans are rooting for UCF as well as UCF fans. Because nobody wants to play number 2. The fact that number 2 has done nothing. And so, where did Ohio State fall last time? So they beat UCF. But who upset them? Oh, Indiana. Indiana upset them last time. Who is out of this one? That Arizona beat them. So Ohio State's kryptonite isn't even in here. Ohio State. If Ohio State wins, they're going to make a deep run, which they haven't. They really don't ever make a deep run. But neither does UCF. So we'll see. We'll see what it happen. UCF's going to get the ball first. Yeah, we're gonna go by quarter until it gets to a blowout. Ohio State strikes first. UCF on their goal line needs to get something going. Gets the touchdown. Is holding pretty good, if I do say so myself. Ohio State puts up a field goal. UCF gets a touchdown. Jesus. They're tied at 17 apiece at halftime. 17-17. Next quarter. Ohio State. Wait. Whoa, where did all their points come from? I must have missed something. UCF playing the really behind game right now. Down by 9. We're going to go by possession. Down by a lot now. Stalls out right there. Ohio State 49-31. I don't think UCF has a chance. Throws a pick. Ohio State gets it at the 12. Of course they're going to score. 56-31. Yeah, this one's going to go to Ohio State. UCF, this was not their best game that they played. Oops, I accidentally pressed the wrong button. This one goes to Ohio State. Very good game. Very much what we expected to come out of it, though. What should happen more than it does. Ohio State takes care of UCF. It wasn't even it was close in the first half. Then Ohio State just got momentum and just kept it up. Next we're gonna have Oklahoma and UCLA. Oklahoma should be first. The first one to come up, so they're gonna get home field advantage. I think. Yeah, Oklahoma gets home field advantage. UCLA. It's a very close matchup. The number 20 versus 13. I don't remember who won this game last time. I can check while it loads because it's gonna take forever. But this will I can now use these very fairly to pick. Oklahoma won it last time. I don't know if they'll do it again or not. Probably. But like I said, Oklahoma really isn't that good of a team. Because where did they fall? Oh, they lost to South Carolina in round 3. Same South Carolina that lost to North Carolina, but whatever. I'm picking UCLA. I'm picking the Bruins. Eventually, I'll learn, but I don't think I will for a long time. I'm picking the Bruins. Bruins? Am I saying it right? I don't even know. first. And we're just going to hop into this one. This one's definitely going to be a quarter by quarter. Oklahoma's the first to score with 3. UCLA's the first to put up a touchdown going into halftime. No, wait, going into the first quarter. The thing just did it weird. First quarter, UCLA is up. Second quarter, UCLA is up by a lot. 17-3, 24-3. At halftime, it is 31-3 UCLA. Oklahoma needs to figure something out and quick. Good God. Finally gets the touchdown they've been looking for. First touchdown of the game for Oklahoma. And now they're doing it like it's nothing. Down 17, though. You have work cut out for you. We're going to go by possession. Oklahoma gets nothing on that drive. UCLA punts it. Oklahoma scores a touchdown, down by 10. UCLA, they put up another touchdown. So does Oklahoma, down by 10. You need a stop and quick. You don't get it. UCLA runs out the clock and wins. What did I tell you? Picked UCLA and they win. Oklahoma ain't all that. Number 13 falls to number 20. And in real life, they'd probably just swap spots, to be honest. Oklahoma would probably fall to 20 and UCLA would jump to 13. But doesn't matter. UCLA gets to advance to round 2. Oklahoma gets to watch it from their couches. Up next, we're going to have Oklahoma State and Louisiana Lafayette. Very, very good game. I mean, say what you want. UCLA just absolutely balled out. They didn't care. Which is good. So, Iowa State is going to get to play UCLA. Probably their better pick. Not by much, but it is better. We're going to give Oklahoma State home field advantage. Just like, it doesn't matter for these games, to be honest, because they're going up against Louisiana Lafayette. Like, that wouldn't have changed anything, I can confidently say. And if, you know what, if Louisiana Lafayette walks in and scores or wins, they get home field advantage against Kansas next game. But I don't see that happening personally, so I'm definitely all Oklahoma State here. What is their mascot? The Cowboys, right? Yeah, because Oklahoma's the Sooners. Yeah, Cowboys. Raging Cajuns versus the Cowboys. Isn't that satisfying? Just hearing the A button spammed in y'all's ear. Nice stadium for the Cowboys. Hopefully we'll get to see it a little bit more. I think they should have their way with Kansas, to be honest. But yeah, we're just going to send to the end of the game for this one. If Louisiana Lafayette wins, we'll slow it down just to watch it. But it don't look like it. Oklahoma State's taking pretty good care of this game. Like they're managing it pretty well. But I mean, the defense has been good. Like, to only hold Oklahoma State to 24 at half is pretty good by Louisiana Lafayette. And their offense is trying. They just stutter out at the 20. Yeah, there was a touchdown. 45-17, 52-17, 52-24. Definitely not. It was a blowout. This is a blowout. But, you call this a blowout? They won. They made a statement on their win. But it wasn't a blowout because it's more, it was a blowout. But it wasn't a shutout, which it very well could have been. And Louisiana Lafayette played a good game. That's what I'm trying to say. They played a good game. They did more than you could really ask from them. Up next, we're going to have Old Dominion versus Louisiana Monroe. Once I can get out of the Louisianas, man, because they just trip me up. But Old Dominion, Louisiana Monroe. We're just gonna go backwards, honestly. Louisiana Monroe and then Old Dominion. Oh, I gotta go up for that one. There we go. Louisiana Monroe gets home field advantage, higher overall. Pick them to win. I thought this would be a Sun Belt game. I thought they were both in the Sun Belt Conference. Apparently not. But it is okay. And I mean, we're getting through these ones pretty quickly. I think it's because I'm like simming a lot of them because they don't need to go quarter by quarter. They just kind of need to go to the end of the game. None of these should be close. We don't have a night game for a while. 1, 2, 3, 4 games until we get a night one. Wow, that's their stands. One pillar. Oh, but or like section. Have a lot of fans tuning into these games, I can tell. Yeah, you keep saying low bandwidth. I don't know what that means. Alright, we're just going to go to the end of the game. This is one I feel like most people would skip through. They wouldn't watch this tournament game. 14-0, Louisiana Monroe. Old Dominion scores a touchdown, but Louisiana Monroe seems to be taking good care. I take that back. Old Dominion's not falling by much. Only down by 4 at halftime. Gotta get that offense rolling again. They do. They take the lead. First little comeback session looks like, because this would be a comeback game. I feel like it'd be a better comeback game if they came back later, but if they came back later, they probably wouldn't have won. So 52-49. Oh, at the very end, Louisiana Monroe puts up a touchdown to win it against Old Dominion. Very, very close game. And Louisiana Monroe's going to have to play a little better considering their competition next round is Auburn. Looks like Auburn is going to have their work cut out for them. Drop 56, man. I don't know. We'll see how that one plays out. Up next, we're going to have Ole Miss versus UMass. University of Massachusetts. Massachusetts. Bro, 600 passing yards from both teams. That's 1,200 yards in the air. That's ridiculous. We're going to give UMass the home field advantage. It doesn't matter for anything. They can't win. But it's nice to give them hope sometimes. Yeah, like when the needles are pegging that hard that they're just bouncing off, it doesn't matter. If UMass can pull off the upset, though, that would be huge. And Kent State would really appreciate that because Ole Miss. Oh, yeah, also, I can't believe I hadn't said anything about it yet. Ole Miss was the national championship team, the runner-up last season. So, obviously, they are coming in with a chip on their shoulder. And let me just talk about that game for a second. Had so many chances to beat Alabama. They could have, if they would have played right. But there were a few plays where it's like, what are you doing? There were a lot of bad reads, and it just kind of threw the game away. It was very unfortunate because I thought they had a chance to win. And I think a lot of people did. They definitely had a big chance to choke it away the way. Very depressing. So, Ole Miss coming in here with not just a little chip on, but a huge. Unfortunately, UMass is just gonna have to accept this ass whooping that's coming their way, because it don't matter. It does not matter. They're gonna get creamed in this game. I say that. Watch them win. Yeah, about what I expected. It's going to be all Ole Miss. Miss gets a big touchdown. Big, probably blown coverage in the defense. Their offense seems to be trying, but it just doesn't matter, man. You're going up against the team who just choked in the national championship. They're mad. I don't think anybody could call them frauds, though. They played a good game. It was good all the way up until like the last 3-4 minutes of the fourth quarter. UMass is putting up points, but 77-28 went about the way you'd expect that to go. We're just going to mark them off the list. They'll get better luck next time. This Ole Miss team definitely could have won, but it's probably best for UMass that they didn't, because then they'd have to play Oregon, which wouldn't be fun either. UMass had more passing yards. That's crazy. But 4 turnovers, yeah. The Ole Miss defense is amazing. They were pick machines against Notre Dame and Alabama. Up next, we're going to have Oregon and UNLV. Yeah, I'm just going to give it to Oregon. And then UNLV can just travel there, take their ass whooping, and go home. Again, needles are pegged. Definitely is going to be all Oregon. Don't even need to change the time for this one. But the next game we'll make it a night game. It's going to be Oregon State versus USC, which was a good one last time, if I'm not mistaken. Who won that? USC won it last time. And they won in round 2 against Baylor. And they beat Florida in round 3. They lost in the Sweet 16 against who? Who did they lose to? Oh, Notre Dame. I was like, where did they lose? They lost Notre Dame. The way I see it, if I'm going to lose to a team, I want to lose to like a team that makes it like a pretty good distance. But, see, like, I love Oregon. I love Oregon so much. I was lying. I still have a few picks. Florida State, Boise, Oregon. And I think that's it. That's definitely it. But I love Oregon. I always love their jerseys. Even when they beat Florida State that one year, I was like, whatever. But yeah, Oregon should take this one by a landslide. 99 offense, and they're proving it. 42, 45. Let's see how many points they can get in one half. All right, 45 in one half to UNLV 7. So I don't think they're really playing much defense. I think they're just trying to have fun. They're seeing what offensive schemes work and what doesn't for the next round. So Oregon's just demolished 73-10. Definitely the third strings came in, and that's why no more scoring happened that fourth quarter. 73-10. We knew that one was gonna happen. There was no point sitting through all that. So next game is our final, what should be our final good game, I think. And it's gonna be Oregon State versus USC. Well, not our final good game, but our final big game, I should say. I'm going to give USC home field advantage just because they're closer. And then Oregon State. There we go. Beavers. USC is the higher overall. Oregon State is ranked higher. We've noticed that the teams who play ranked do better, honestly. They don't do bad. So, this one is not night and day. I am picking USC won last time, and they're home. I'm going to pick them to win again. The winner of this is going to go on to play Boise State. So, actually, I want Oregon State to win, because I want Boise State to have the best chance they can, and not go up against a team that only finally lost in the Sweet 16 last time. Wait, didn't? Oh, Boise State and USC both lost in the Sweet 16. So, we're going to have a Sweet 16 matchup next time if USC can win. That'll be fun. That'll be fun to get that matchup out of the way real quick. See who was the better team, who really deserved that Sweet 16 spot. I would love to watch their walkout. I really would, guys. But, oh no, did it break? Oh no. I got scared for a second. Pac-12 game. Very much an even matchup. This will be a lot of fun. Quarter by quarter. Don't worry, I'm not gonna sim through it just to hurry it up. First quarter, USC strikes first. building on that lead. Oregon State cuts it down to 3. And at the end of the first, USC is up by 10, knocking on the doorstep of another touchdown. And they get it, 24-7. And let's see how this goes in the second quarter. USC is trying to take a big control over this game. And it looks like they're doing it with no problem whatsoever. I don't know if it's the home field advantage or it's just Oregon State didn't come to play this one, but good news is USC will be traveling to Boise State, so they're not going to get home field advantage next time. Oregon State's not out of it. I should watch what I'm talking about. Oregon State could win still. You're going to have to get some stops, which they don't. But 71-57, if that's not a Pac-12 game of straight offense and zero defense, I don't know what is. Oregon State falls. USC pulls off the technical upset because Oregon State was ranked and USC wasn't. But being a higher overall and at home, you're not really upsetting anybody. 5 turnovers is wild. 71-57 is ridiculous. Defense cannot be found anywhere. Next one we're going to have is Penn State and USF. USF will get their home field advantage. Granted, it's not going to matter much because I think Penn State should have a very easy win. Oh, no, they're matched overall-wise equally. The winner of this game is going to play that Boston College team who knocked off number 11 Louisville. So, will be interesting. It'll be interesting and very fun to see. What did I do? Go away. I'm picking Penn State to win again. They won last time, and I picked them last time. USF is at home. I don't remember if Penn State was or not. Either way, Boston College is going to travel to Penn State next game if Penn State wins because I'd like to see the whiteout game. I don't think it'll be a whiteout actually, but it'd be cool. You know what? If there was a way to get Penn State and Auburn to play and have a whiteout game, that would be awesome. Have that whiteout game would go crazy. USF has a nice stadium though. Cannot complain about that one whatsoever. USF has a nice stadium. It'll be a pretty one to watch. Where do they play? It can't be just their college stadium. I don't know. But we're going to go quarter by quarter because they're both 84 overalls. Penn State scores first and second. And so USF obviously has to get a touchdown. I don't know. It's a very close game so far. USF only down by 3. Penn State puts up a touchdown at halftime to keep their lead at 10. Very back and forth, though, I've noticed. Penn State's starting to pull ahead, showing the better team. Just they're bigger, better conference, so they get better recruits. This one looks like it'll be a Penn State wash. But that doesn't mean USF did not do good. They tried. They tried to stick around. They just couldn't ever get out in front. Very unfortunate for them, but they'll go again next time. But we have up next Pitt versus Utah. I almost said Pittsburgh, but I don't know why. So it's Pitt versus Utah. I'm gonna give Utah the home field advantage, I think. Because at this point, it doesn't really matter. I can just kind of guess. I think it'll take the same amount of time either way. Where is Pitt? Am I tweaking? Pitt's got to be up. Yeah, there we go. Utah, way higher overall. Wasn't expecting that, actually. I thought Pitt would be higher. Who won this game last time? Did this game happen last time? Utah. Oh, yeah. Utah won it last time. They had to play Louisville. This time they get to play LSU. Which is a little better. Not a lot, but it's a little bit better. Well, LSU struggled against Bowling Green a little bit, so if Utah can walk out of this one with a big win, who knows? Maybe they could ride it all the way out and take down LSU. That's one thing I love about the earlier rounds, because I was talking crap about them, but the earlier rounds are fun because you can like kind of look around and you're like, how will this play out? Like, who should I look for to win? Like, what games could be a good game? What could be fun? What kind of upsets can I try and predict? Once you get into the later rounds, it is better games, like fighting, closer matchups and stuff, but it's like pretty obvious. You can normally tell who's gonna win. No, this one was alright. This one should be a close game, so we're gonna watch it. Utah up 10-0 in the first. Pittsburgh, oh wow, to end the first, got 14 and the ball back. Makes it 21-10. Utah now playing from behind really quickly, trying to turn this game around. 27-21, they do take the lead. And going into halftime, we've had 2 league changes and big ones. Utah up 41-21. Pitt had a good bit of momentum. I wonder what happened. Definitely turnovers if I had to guess. It's always turnovers. 48-28 to start the fourth quarter. Down by 20. What can Pitt do? We'll go by possession. We'll see. No, we're going to go to the end of the game because I don't think Pittsburgh will pull it off. I think Utah is going to hold their dub here for a little bit. And I was correct. They hang 62 on them. Only win by 20, though. So, I mean, it's not like Pitt played well. They didn't play horrible. The overall matchup was not in their favor. They weren't home. Maybe if that game is played at home, they win that one. I don't know, very unfortunate. But since Utah got the home field advantage, Purdue is going to get it. Also, Purdue deserves it. Last round, they went stupid for no reason. Purdue was crazy. And so we will give them home field advantage. They definitely deserve it. Because they played, like I said, they played a really good game. And Utah State is who they're playing. They played really good football last round. Last round. And so we'll see if they can ride that one out. Again, they upset a lot of teams. It wasn't just my Seminoles they took down. They took down a lot. So as much as I want to be mad at them, you got to respect them. I'm picking Purdue to win, obviously. And the winner of this game is going to get to play Buffalo. So we'll see. We have some good matchups in the second round. Not really for a while. UCLA and Iowa State. That shouldn't be that good of a game, but it's the best one until there are no good games until that. Oregon and Baylor should be good. Boise State and USC I hope is good. Boston College and Penn State should be good. And so far that's all we got. Because Purdue's going to have to play Buffalo. I'm assuming they're going to win. There will be a few good games. A few games that would definitely get the night game privilege. The primetime game, if you will, on ESPN. We're going underway quick. And we'll just sim to the end of the game because I'm assuming Purdue is going to handle business. Oh, gets a safety off the Utah gets a safety and a field goal up by 5. No, they scored a touchdown. 12-3. Sorry, Utah scored weirdly, and so I was troubled for a second. Purdue, Utah didn't capitalize on the momentum they had, and so Purdue was able to turn it around and save it. 27-12. Started off rough for Purdue though. That was not a fun start. And if you play good teams and start like that, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose big. But Purdue does win this one. 40, I'm assuming, to 26. Yeah, 40-26. Did not start off pretty though. That was not a great start for this Purdue team. It is a win. It is a win. And at the end of the day, that's all that you really want is to win the football game. But letting up a safety and then a field goal, then a touchdown before you start playing. And you had 5 turnovers. Holy shit. But you won. So, like, that just shows how good of a team they are. But that's wild. Up next, we're going to have Rice versus UTEP. Should be a pretty basic game, if you want the honest truth. We'll see. Rice comes up first. And then we have UTEP. Oh, evenly overall matched game. We're just going to sim to the end of it, though. These two teams are very low overall, and the winner's going to have to play Maryland. Just a very, like, unfortunate dry lineup. 2 teams that are, like, kind of mid. And then they're going to have to play another mid team. So, the good news is, I think Maryland's going to make it to round 3. Because I don't think Rice or UTEP's going to be a challenge for them. But we'll just have to see. That we're getting ahead of ourselves. We still have a lot of football left to play. That's one thing I love about basketball over football is, with basketball, it doesn't necessarily always matter who's higher overall. Whenever it's a higher overall in football, it's like, you know, it's easier to pick winners. But whenever you never know, you will never know a better team until that game clock ends. That's one thing I like about basketball, and that's why I'm trying to do it with this. Is like, if you set it up like the NCAA tournament, like, you finally get to see, it's like sometimes these lower teams just need a shot at the big guys. But at the end of one, it's 10-10, halfway through the second, before Rice gets another touchdown to take the lead. Up 24-10, UTEP brings it back into 7. Rice extends it to 10. It looks like Rice is starting to build their lead a little bit. UTEP needs to, like, find the gas quick. They're getting stops, but it wasn't enough because their offense couldn't do it. It's one thing I've noticed throughout all these tournaments and watching the games is it's never the defense. The defense plays amazing football. The defense will play great. It's just the offense that just struggles to capitalize on anything. Like, UTEP had a lot of stops, I just saw. And they didn't win because their offense could get nothing going. And Rice just had the better offense. So, up next we're going to have Rutgers versus UTSA, UTSA. I don't know if you're supposed to just say the letters or, like, try and pronounce it. But whatever. They're going to get home field advantage. And then the Rutgers are going to travel. There they go. Wow. Yeah, it's pretty fair. Rutgers did not need the home field advantage on this one. Then we're getting close to the end already. We really picked up the pace halfway through this. We're like, yeah, we're just going to run away with it. I thought I was going to, like, finish at, like, 7:30. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 games left. 15 games in this first round. And we've had blowouts, we've had close games, we've had upsets, and we have had comeback wins. So, not big comebacks, but they've been comebacks. So, you know, this was a very good first round. There's going to be a few interesting teams in round 2 that, first of all, have never made it. And second of all, are shocked to have made it. Like FIU, for example. First of all, it never made it, and the fact that they're here is just wild. Like, you won? For the second round, I'll try and get that done as soon as possible. Or get that one started as soon as possible. We're going to just skip to the end of the game. First of all, Rutgers should blow them out. Second of all, not that spectacular. Wow, just a lot of back and forth on defense, it looks like. Rutgers finds the end zones, but not the PAT. UTSA just struggling. They were in there, like, in the scoring range a few times and just could get nothing out of it. Very tough for them. Finally gets down there again, but only gets a field goal. Finally gets a touchdown, but missed the PAT. And, I mean, just a pitiful offensive performance for UTSA. They probably could have won that game if they just, actually tried to play a little better. But, I mean, a missed PAT. You were down there so much and couldn't get anything. And then the Rutgers didn't do that good. Honestly, 4 turnovers and you still lost by how you... Did you actually get a touchdown, or was it just field goals? I'm not sure, but that was a very that game would have sucked to have watched. So glad we skipped to that one. But next up we have San Diego State versus Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's gonna get the home field advantage. Wow, completely blew past them. Doesn't really matter. I don't think San Diego State stands a chance. Oh, I guess they're actually a higher overall than Vanderbilt. Almost kind of wish I'd have given them the home field advantage in, you know? But it is fine. We'll see. We'll see if maybe that higher overall will come in and win it for them. Vanderbilt ranked 25 is crazy because they're nothing right now. They're such a bad team in today's age, I'm trying to say. So having them ranked 25 10 years ago and they haven't really done anything since is ridiculous. This will be a fun game, actually. I'm very excited to watch this one now that I'm looking at it. We'll go quarter by quarter on this one, just for the lulz. What can it hurt, you know? Who do I pick? I'm going to pick Vanderbilt to win. They're at home. They're ranked higher. They're the same overall, really. I'm going to pick Vanderbilt to win. Vandy, if you will. San Diego State finally puts up that touchdown. They had a few chances, and they finally get it. So they take the lead. Vanderbilt answers right back and takes a lead of their own. Takes a 14... Oh, wow. They took a 17-point lead going into half. But, wow, this is a good game. This is a very good game. San Diego State kicks another field goal. Down by 18. Down by 11. And at the end of the third, they're only down by 11. So we're going to go by possession now. Vanderbilt takes a big lead. So getting a little uncomfortable, but now they're only down by 10. Gets a stop. San Diego State needs a touchdown here. They get it. Only down by 3 now. Do they get another stop? They don't. So they're down by 10 again. Oh, and they throw an interception. That's not good. Vanderbilt gets nothing out of it, though. But San Diego State scores quickly. Vanderbilt ball. And Vanderbilt is just able to run out the clock in a very, very, very close game against San Diego State. You got to wonder, if Vanderbilt's not home, does that go that way? You have to wonder. Unfortunate, but oh well, better luck next time, San Diego State. That's the second time I think that game has been played that good. So next time, I'll remember San Diego State gets home field advantage if Vanderbilt doesn't win the national championship, that is. But they're going to be playing Miami, so they could very well advance to the third round. San Jose State, Virginia is going to be our next matchup. We're going to give Virginia the home field advantage. Completely went past them. Slowly, too. It wasn't even like I just flew past. Virginia definitely has the overall and the home field advantage, so I'm going to pick them to win. We just reached the... Oh, no, we haven't. We're getting close to the 3-hour mark, though, on the stream. Yeah, I looked down and I thought I saw a 3 there. And the winner of this game is going to face off against Cincinnati, who did they beat? Oh, Miami U in a very close game. That was a very good game to watch, I'll be honest. But I'm having a good time with this. I think this is gonna be I think this will be a fun seed to watch play out because there's no like I don't know. No team is one huge really. Like high up team is so it's just much winnable for certain teams. Like I think top 25 teams could take each other out. And when you start doing that, then the lower teams are like getting shots at them and stuff. And it's pretty fun. So we're gonna send the whole game. Virginia starts it off with a field goal and a touchdown. And another touchdown. Finally, San Jose State starts to close the gap a little bit. 14-20. San Jose State takes the lead. Only down by 2. Oh, wow. They go up by 5 at half. Wow. San Jose State not playing around, holding on to their lead and making Virginia work for it. Finally takes the lead by 1. Oh, wow. San Jose State just threw up points, and we're going to cancel the sim. Up by 14 with 4 minutes left. We're definitely going by possession now. San Jose State gets the ball back. Runs out a lot of time, and I think Virginia's going to lose. Virginia needs a touchdown with 37 seconds left. San Jose State has all their time. San Jose State wins. Wow. Goes on the road and upsets Virginia. And that's what this is all about. San Jose State wins. I got to put that off into the margins. That is definitely an upset. And we got to put down the score 64-57. That's why you play these games out, man. I mean, dude, now San Jose State gets to take on Cincinnati, and you never know how that one's going to play out. Wow, this is very good. This is a very good start to this tournament. I'm very pleased so far. Up next, we have SMU at Virginia Tech. At this point, the bottom teams are going to get the home field advantage just because it's easier to get to them. Is S up? Am I stupid? No, they're not up. Alright, SMU versus Virginia Tech. I don't think it's going to be as easy as for SMU to walk into Virginia Tech as it was for San Jose State to walk into Virginia. But again, who knows? The winner of this will play Michigan. Wow, that was a huge, huge play. Very proud of that San Jose State team. And they have a shot at round 3. That's like what I love is whenever you're like looking at who they're playing next and they're like, holy crap, like that's winnable. Like that's winnable. Love to see games like that. I don't even know where SMU is from, to be honest with you. They gotta walk in Tech and they gotta put up a game of their life if they want to win this. But it's been done before. FIU beating Nebraska. Wow, froze on me. Oops. Who's to say SMU can't do it? You know. We are gonna go to the end of the game like we did last time. Like I said, we stop it whenever they get close and. You know, it's not a blowout, but Virginia Tech, it took them a whole quarter to get 14 points. SMU gets a touchdown. Virginia Tech's not in the lead as much as they'd probably like to be at this point. SMU down by 14, down by 17. No, down by 21 now. Now it's 17. That's a little more. It's hard to keep up with these numbers, man, because they either don't score or they shoot up so quickly that you can't even talk before it's done. But it looks like Virginia Tech's going to take this one, but not by a lot. 52-27 isn't that spectacular of a win. And you have to play Michigan with that kind of performance. Should be fun. Michigan is going to get home field advantage for sure. Definitely won their game better. And up next, we're going to have South Alabama and Wake Forest. Wake Forest is going to get the home field advantage, and they're probably definitely better than South Alabama. So can't say this one's going to be like out of left field whenever Wake Forest wins, but You never. Oh my God, yeah. Yeah, Wake Forest is gonna probably have this one on lock. But wasn't Wake Forest was a pretty good team, if I do recall. I think they went okay last round. Let me check. They definitely won this game. Oh, and then they beat Michigan. That's right. That's what I remember seeing. Beating Michigan, and then who beat them? Oh, no, nobody beat them. They just won in overtime against... Who is that? Indiana. They won against Indiana, and so they made it to the Sweet 16. Who did they lose against? Oh, they lost against Louisville. That's right. Bro, I have to pee again. Probably do the same thing I did with this one. Just wait for the game to start, run, or mute myself, go pee, and then be back. Just gotta skip through this. Bro, my bladder is so weak. I don't know why. It's so annoying. But, alright, I'm gonna mute myself and super sim through all this. Be right back. Well, I am back, and doesn't look like South Alabama did nearly as good as the other little teams have been. Wake Forest takes a very easy win. Not really shocking, but now we're going to have a Michigan State Wake Forest. So if Wake Forest could beat Michigan, I don't know why they couldn't beat Michigan State, you know. We will see. Up next, we have South Carolina and Washington. Now, I know I said I was probably going to make that a night game, but, like, realistically, should go to South Carolina. But they are going to have to travel to Washington because Washington is the quickest team. So, oh, S is down, right? Yeah. So, Washington, a higher overall, at home. No, where it's going to be a night game. Definitely has to be. I don't know, because I think I picked Washington last time and they lost. I think I'm going to pick them again. Eventually, they have to get this win, bro. Both of these teams, I think, could have a very good shot at the championship this year. Both of these teams, I think, could easily win the championship. Not this year, this tournament. I think they could easily do it. Because the winner of this is going to play UConn, so they're going to have a wash of a second round. They're not going to have to worry about, like, anything, which is good, you know. Good for them. Two very big teams. Washington, better offense, tied at defense. Like, I don't see why they wouldn't win. And they have home field advantage. And these Pac teams are so offense, but so are the SEC teams. So I bet you this is going to be not a blowout, high scoring offensive shootout. That's what I meant to say. Look at that track around their field. Little high school team. Aw. Just kidding. But yeah, we're going to go by quarter on this one. Washington puts up a touchdown first, but misses the PAT. Puts up another one. South Carolina, no touchdown to end the first quarter. Start of the second, they're driving, though. Finally get the touchdown they were looking for. Down by 20. Down by 13. Finally punches one in at half. 30-21. Turned it around quickly. Can Washington hold on to their lead? They're trying. 38-27. 45-27. 45-30. And we're definitely going to have to go by possession here. Only up by 15. Washington could talk off South Carolina early if they wanted to. Puts up a. Did they miss? Oh, they tried to go for 2 and didn't get it. That's what it was. Very risky play call. 48-36. Oh, and picked off. Washington's going to get more points. 51-36. I think Washington wins, guys. Washington takes down number 8 in swift fashion. Wow. And we give it to Washington. What a win. What a win. I knew they could do it. I knew it wasn't like a ridiculous pick. And it wasn't even like a close game. Like, Washington really kind of handled that. 51-36. They never seemed like in jeopardy of losing it. It felt like they had control the entire time. It felt like throughout the entire game, they just kind of weren't worried. I also wrote that score on the wrong thing, so oops. 51-36. Up next, we're going to have Southern Miss and Washington State. I'm going to give Washington State's going to have home field advantage. We're going to see how good Southern Miss is as and then what Southern Miss. There we go. Yeah, Washington State's higher overall and a better team. And home field advantage. Probably going to win this one. And the winner of this game is going to play Minnesota. But wait, how many top 10 teams are out already? I don't think many. I think South Carolina was the first to fall. Out of the top 10, I should say. Because I would have had it marked. Yeah. Number 11's lost. 12 barely survived. But yeah, South Carolina is the first top 10 team to fall. Texas A&M, I bet you, will most likely fall. I hope they do. I hope Texas wins. We're just trying to get through one. I'm picking Washington State. I'm just trying to get through this tournament because I'm excited. Or I'm trying to get through this round because I'm excited for the second round. The second round is going to be very interesting to me. There's going to be a lot of teams I didn't expect to make it. Southern Miss scores first and a touchdown, so they have the lead. And after Washington State scores, but Washington State finally takes it back. You gotta wonder, like, dude, if they could just get started a little quicker, like, how many of these teams could win? Like, these little teams. Because they start off so well. And they just, like, stall out. And, like, now Washington State has such a huge lead that I don't think Southern Miss can come back and win. I don't think. Yeah. Washington State's just running it up now. Southern Miss played a good game, held the lead for a while. But in the end, it didn't really matter. Lincoln Park, quotation marks. All right, up next we're going to have Stanford and West Virginia. Definitely think I'm picking Stanford to win. But Stanford's number 3, so they could fall too. I don't think they will because Stanford made it all the way to the Sweet 16 last time. So Stanford versus West Virginia. West Virginia is going to get home field advantage. Stanford is down. No, they're not. Yes. No, I was right. I just had to run through the alphabet in my head. Stanford is definitely the better team. We'll give it a night game. As for the laws, it doesn't really matter. And guys, we are getting close to the end. I actually have some people watching right now. If you are enjoying it, please feel free to like and subscribe. It's getting real good. The round 2 is going to be amazing. Y'all definitely have to tune in for that. It'll be either later tomorrow or early tomorrow or the next day. But definitely keep a lookout for it. I think the round 2 is going to be really good. I think it's going to be a really interesting one for you guys to watch. It's not like great matchups, but like it's teams that you wouldn't expect to see. And so, like, for example, going to be Tennessee or Wyoming. Tennessee, I think, lost last time. I think Wyoming won. So it would be an FIU Wyoming. Which, who expects that, you know? So we're gonna sim this one because Stanford should take absolute control over it. Scores first, I'm guessing off of a turnover. And that's just hard to... When you start with so much momentum, it's hard to come back from it for West Virginia. Good on them for putting up a touchdown, but 35-14 already. Yeah, it looks like it's all Stanford here. All Stanford. 56-14. 63-21. So, I mean, points-wise, there's a lot of scoring, but it wasn't even close. 77-27. Is that a... Yeah, that's an over 100-point game, but Stanford takes no effort taking down West Virginia. Waste no time is what I was trying to say. Dude, my brain has not wanted to work recently, as I'm trying to commentate these things. But up next, we're going to have Syracuse versus Western Kentucky. Syracuse won this last time because Missouri took them down. Because I was trying to track and see who Missouri played whenever they went to the Final Four. This was one of them. Western Kentucky's going to get home field advantage. Syracuse is going to meet them there. Definitely picking Syracuse to win, but it'd be cool to see Western Kentucky win. And I mean, it doesn't look like it's that out of the park, not that far out of left field. I'm picking Western Kentucky on an upset. I'm picking an upset right here. Western Kentucky's got it. And then after that, we have TCU, Western Michigan, Temple versus Wisconsin, Tennessee, Wyoming, Texas, Texas A&M, Texas State, Texas Tech, and Toledo and Troy. And so we don't have that many games left. I think Texas A&M is going to be a good one, though. Although Texas blew them out last time. Last time it was not a good one, but I don't think that's going to happen again. And correct me if I'm wrong, Texas didn't go that far, did they? I don't remember. I'll have to look later. There's, you play so many games in these tournaments, it gets hard to remember what you played, who played, where they went. Some games, just you remember those. You remember FIU. And we just 3 on the string. So, this one's definitely going to be a long one. I hope y'all are enjoying it. I'm amazed nothing's gone wrong yet. We're just going to sim to the end of the game. Western Kentucky scores first. Syracuse answers right back. And let's see. That's what I'm talking about. Western Kentucky couldn't keep their foot on the gas. And so they kind of stall out. Give Syracuse a chance to come back. I say that as they're in the lead. So I should shut up. But at halftime, it was 24-21. Western Kentucky, I mean... Keeping it within 1 point is very impressive. Or 1 score, I should say, not 1 point. Alright, we're gonna cancel the sim and go by possession because it's now a 4-point game. Going nowhere, though. No team is, getting anything going on offense. I just need to talk crap about them because we're gonna go by... No, we'll go by 1 more possession. Syracuse answers. Western Kentucky needs a field goal to tie it. Can they get it? Oh, they decide, screw it, we're going for a touchdown. Syracuse needs a field goal to take it into overtime now. And we can just go by play here with this much time left. Gets a huge play. Stopped. Gets it. Oh, they're going for a touchdown here. They don't. Oh, they got it. Oh, they get it. Syracuse wins 45-42 off of a game-winning touchdown, a walk-off touchdown. Wow. Western Kentucky played one hell of a game. They cannot be they should be disappointed. All they had to do was stop Syracuse. All they had to do was stop them. And you let them not only get within range to tie it, which would have meant you had to go to overtime, but you let them win. So we're going to have Another boring matchup where it's Missouri and Syracuse. But whatever. Stuff happens. Now we're going to have TCU and Western Michigan. Definitely picking TCU to win. Western Michigan is not that good of a team. It's just unfortunately how it is. I don't know why my apartment's dark. Cause I don't know why the system clock's still saying it today, but whatever. We're so close to the end of this tournament, and it has been fun. This has been a fun one to sit through. No regrets. This was a good one. This round. But I'm excited to see how it all goes down. And I'm very excited to keep extending this tournament because the more we go, the better games we're going to see, the more upsets we're going to see. And I'm excited to see how this playoff fills out. That's what I'm really excited for. I'm excited to see who gets these spots secured. Because eventually these big teams are going to be gone, and all of these like middle of the road teams are going to have to hold their own against these little teams who have nothing to lose and everything to win. Alright, here TCU, Western Michigan, this coin. We're just going to go all the way through. TCU should win this game by a landslide. They should win it. So we'll see. Let's get underway. Yep, strike first. And just keep your foot on the gas. If you're TCU, if you're Western Michigan, you just got to get a few stops. Kick 2 field goals. Basically a touchdown. If you don't score a touchdown, though, it's kind of upsetting. 3 field goals so far. 3 chances to score touchdowns that have just ended in a field goal. Not your best work. And, okay, they do score a touchdown. I was going to say, I don't think a team has not scored a touchdown yet. I mean, Western Michigan woke up-ish, another over 100-point game, but TCU is the one winning it. And we are getting very close now to the end of it. We have Temple and Wisconsin up next. Wisconsin's going to get the home field advantage, and Temple's going to have to travel there and try and pull something off. But very, very good game for TCU. Very standout game. Very, like, exclamation point. Like, yeah, we're ready to play. They're going to get to play Florida. That will be fun. Did TCU win that game last time? I think Western Michigan won last time, actually. No, TCU did win, but I don't think they played Florida. So TCU's going to get to play Florida. That'll be a hard one. It'll be number 10 versus number 17. But why don't I stop talking and I do this? Temple is going to be down. Not a huge overall difference, but definitely in Wisconsin's favor, and they have home field advantage. Should be all Wisconsin. Winner of this gets to play NC State. And we have 4 games after this. So we're getting down to the end. We're getting down to that final stretch for you guys. This has been a very relatively good stream so far. I've had people popping in and out the entire time. I hope you guys have been enjoying it when you have popped in and out. I've had a lot of fun doing it. A lot of interesting games. It's been exciting. Been a very good stream. This is one of my good ones I like. And 3 hours long. That's shocking. I normally don't go this long. Wisconsin's going to receive the ball. Stadiums are so... I wish we got to see them more. I think Wisconsin's going to win. We're going to sim to the end of it. They strike first. And they're just going to try and build up this lead now. 28-0. 35-0. Does Temple not put up any points get before the halftime? No, 56-0 going into half. Temple finally puts up a field goal late in the third. Wisconsin just running away with this game. Easily on track for 100 points. Temple scores a touchdown, so they're not the first team to not score a touchdown in this tournament. But 69, nice, to 17, Wisconsin pile drives Temple. And NC State's going to have to follow that. Or Wisconsin's going to get to try and do that again to NC State. Should be a good game, actually. Next, we have Tennessee, Wyoming. If y'all don't remember, this Tennessee team was a really good team. Not last round, but the one before, where Clemson won. They were a very strong team. But Wyoming is going to get their chance to take them down. Wyoming's going to be at home. So, nope, not what I meant to do. Against the Tennessee. Stop. Jesus Christ. Alright. Tennessee is definitely the pick here. I don't think Wyoming will win. But what hurts in watching it, the worst that happens is they lose. So, I guess I should start changing that title, because it's not 125 teams anymore, is it? What should I should change it. Seed 5 turn. Well, I need NCAA 14 in it, bruh. That's how I get my views. I'll figure out a way to change it, but I guess it's not 125 teams right now. That'll be the final one. That'll be the Mac Daddy tournament of them all. But that's not what we're focused on right now. We're focused on these games and getting through them. It's taking a long time. But I'm worried. Florida State's going to have a hard game ahead of them next week. Or next stream. Texas or Texas A&M will probably beat them. But they'll have to travel into Doak. And it's definitely good enough to where it qualifies for a night game. I think the night games actually are what messes it up for some of these teams. Tennessee strikes first, second, third. Wow. Tennessee just gas to the floor. Pedal to the floor. They did not let off at all. Wyoming gets a touchdown. But I think that's all Tennessee's really going to try and allow here. I mean, big boy SEC team walks into your home field. It's unfortunate this had to happen to you, Wyoming. But I was hoping you would perform a little better, to be honest. 3 touchdowns isn't bad, I guess. At least you found the end zone. You know what it looks like. Don't worry. These teams are going to start losing eventually. Or winning, I should say. And then you're going to get your shot. You're going to get a shot to get a little deeper. But until they start winning and the thing actually starts shifting, you're just in a bad situation. It does suck. It really does. But up next we have Texas versus Texas A&M. Well, I was gonna I wanted A&M to be home because they haven't been home in a while, and the 12th man is important to who Texas is or Texas A&M is. But I was actually gonna put A&M at home. I was like, if it doesn't do that game, or if it doesn't put them first, then I will do them at home. But they were first, so they are gonna play away. There's no sense in really messing with it. They're number 4. They shouldn't need home field advantage to win. That is true, and I do believe that they don't need the home field advantage to win. No doubt it helps. And like I said, they're not getting home. I'm gonna give Florida State home field advantage. Florida State's not that good of a team. I'm just gonna be honest. So they're not that good of a team in this. So they need all the help they can get. And they're closer. To be honest, they're just closer whenever I go to pick the home team. So I don't find it really unfair. Why are you calling me? to do it, but who knows? Both of these teams should beat Florida State. And see who wins here. It's going to be very. I think should win 10, and the fact that they haven't recently is just shocking to me. But we're definitely going to go by quarter. Texas strikes first. A&M had a drive. I don't know what happened, how it just stalled out. But Texas up 13-7 at the end of the first. A&M in the lead. This is how this game, I feel like, should have gone last time. It should have been a lot closer than it was. Texas gets a 2-point conversion to tie it up. And at halftime, A&M puts up a touchdown, like, as time expires. So, gets the lead 28-21. Now it's 38-21. No, it wasn't. What am I... Sorry, I'm just talking. It's 34-27 going into the fourth quarter. We're definitely going to go by possession. They missed the field goal. So Texas has a chance to get the lead here, and they tie it up. So that's good. They decided not to go for 2 just yet. It wasn't worth it. Gets an interception, can take the lead here, and they do by a touchdown. A&M needs a touchdown here. No, throws another pick. They're getting greedy. Quarterback making bad reads, but the defense comes up big. So A&M just needs a 92-yard drive. Throws a third interception. 3 interceptions in 3 drives. Deserved to lose at that point. Very close game. A lot closer than last time, but you do lose again. Number 4 and number 8. Making it look bad for these top 10 teams, and that is the second time A&M has gone out in the first round to Texas. All right, up next we're going to have Texas State versus Texas Tech. The winner of this game, is going to play Fresno State. I think we are going to get another bye. So, wait, because Texas is going to play Florida State. Number 14 versus number 15. And then Texas State, Texas Tech is going to play Fresno State, the winner of that one. And then Toledo and Troy is going to play New Mexico. And then Hawaii and Georgia Tech will have to play. Yeah, so Houston's going to get a first-round bye, just off of luck. I really thought it wasn't going to come down to bye weeks, but it does. So we're going to have Texas State versus Tech. Just going to go downwards. Crap, there's so many teams in this game. Texas State, Texas Tech, wow. Good thing Texas State has the home field advantage, because Texas Tech looks like they're about to come in here and deliver a beating. And I'm all here for it. You know what? Take your dub. Take your easy dub, because, well, no, Fresno State should be another easy win. But, oh well, we will see. We'll see how this one goes. Upsets have happened before, FIU. But man, Texas just owns Texas State in this tournament. They've owned them for so long. I wonder how long. I mean, and A&M had a chance too. But 3 interceptions in a row. 3 interceptions on 3 different drives. What do you want? What do you really expect to come from that? That's not on the CP. Oh, I guess it technically is, but that's not on your home field advantage at that point. Stupid passes and stupid results. So we're gonna sim this one to the end of the game. Texas Tech should win, no problem. Texas State did score first though. 17-14, Texas State's hey, can you give us a shot? Can you have some faith in us? And Texas Tech is proving why we should. But at halftime, it's 30-21. It's not out of range yet. It's getting there. Now you've doubled Texas State, so yeah, this one's definitely going to go to Texas Tech. I mean, Texas State didn't do bad. Did not do bad at all. But just I mean, these bigger teams are always gonna like have so much advantage. They're gonna have more depth. They're gonna have better players off the rip, anyways. Like, you can't ask for a lot. But up next, we're gonna have Toledo and Troy, and the winner of this game will be the winner of round, or it will bring me into round 1 of seed 5. So let's get her underway. Troy's going to give them home field advantage. Toledo. There we go. Wow, Toledo is a way better team. I keep forgetting that, man. I'm not going to lie. I keep thinking Troy is the better team. But they're not. They're not even close. And so for the final game, Toledo versus Troy. It's been a good one. This has been really fun, and writing them all up, it's going to be interesting. Idaho and Northwestern, Illinois, Notre Dame, Arizona, Ohio, Iowa, Ohio State, Iowa State, UCLA, Kansas, Oklahoma State, Auburn, and Louisiana Monroe. Like, there are a lot of teams here where you're like, huh? That's who won? Yeah, that's who won. So we can hurry this one up so I want to be able to write the page before I go to work. I don't want to do it when I get home. I mean, I will, but I don't want to. And I want to do it before I go to work, and then I still have time to, like, get ready. I should have enough time. I should have plenty of time. I go in at 8. Alright, we're just going to sim to the... We're going to go by quarter. We're actually going to go by quarter. It's the final game of this round. Toledo strikes first, finally. Troy answers. And he puts a field goal up, take a bigger lead. It looks like they're going to at least get 3. They do. Toledo gets a touchdown. Troy's still in the lead. Wow. Troy got a big lead somewhere. 31-20, up by 11. Go Troy. They're holding on. They're staying alive. Glad we decided to go by quarter. 38-27. 45-27. 45-34. We're definitely going by possession to finish off this fourth quarter. 52-34. Interception. Troy gets the ball back. 59-34. Troy is absolutely looking like the favorite here. 59-37. And it looks like Troy probably is going to have a win here, because Toledo just is getting nothing going. Wow, Troy with the upset on Toledo. Well, if the game would just end. Holy crap. 59-37. Troy takes them down and advances. So I cannot wait to write up this next sheet, but that is your round 1. And we got it all in one sitting too. Didn't have to break it up. So with that being said, I will end it here, and I will catch you guys in the next one. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you all for who tuned in. If you enjoyed, please do like and subscribe. But until then, I will see you next time.